Listen, the reason why I'm talking. It's a Thursday stream. It's the last stream of the week. What's going on? I got to see all the emojis. Now you have the chat on the screen. Just download BTTV and Frankenface Z. Just do that, Quill. Oh, you're on mobile. Well, you're fucked. Hello, everyone. How we doing? Welcome in. You know, like I said, in the Go Live tweet, in the Go Live notification on Twitch, I lost all my pinned tabs because I hate Google Chrome. It sucks. Just when I think that there are ways to make having ADHD better in certain programs, I just get reminded that they are not built with ADHD in mind. So we're starting strong with some memes. Here's the first one for you. This is very exciting.
Up yours, woke moralist.
Wait, what's happened? Why has it done this? Oh, here we go.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
All right, hello everyone.
It's good that.
Fletcher. As the
It's good that one. Hello. Yes. How are we doing? We got so many people in the chat already. We got Cynthia Citrus, we got Lyra and Friends, we got Subvided, we got Star Mist, we got Hell to Pay, we got JMM. I might have said JMM twice. I don't care. We got Grub, we got Orrery, we got Quiliteful, we got Merlin, we got Ralwat, we got Active Bellatrix, we got Roxy. Hello. How are we all doing? What's going on? Double JMM today. Two of them. That's right. Flat cap. It's flat cap time. There you go. This one doesn't get redeemed that often. This is my my granddad, my late granddad's flat cap. So there you go. It's a proper one. It's a proper actual one. Hey Layla, lurking today is Dota time. Good God. Well, my commiserations. And hello Beanie Gaby, how are you doing? Welcome in. We've got another meme. We've got loads of other memes to get through. We've got so much. We've got... Well, they're not really memes. They're just kind of like short videos. Some of them are memes, but some of them are just like really short videos. Just got like a you know... There's another Jordan Peterson meme. Can I have a random rant about something super insignificant? I mean, you know, we've got the vent and the support channel in the Discord for that, really. You know, you might not get the support that you want or the answers that you want if you do that on stream, but like, feel free. Feel free. Memes, short videos, what's the difference? That's a good point, Starmist. That's a good point. Yeah. What have we got? It's a silly thing. Yeah, we'll go for it then. Yeah, whatever. Whatever's clever. We've got a little video on Brexit led by donkeys. We've got another Jordan Peterson video game meme. We've got apparently a deleted opening sequence from Lightyear. That's a video from Jack Saint, so I'm not sure it is actually correct. And then some stuff from Novara Media about the Don't Pay campaign. And then, after that, we've got a video from Samantha Lux about a trans romance film. And then we're going to finish Thought Slime's video that we started last night. So that's what we're going with. That's what's happening today. It's going to be fun. Got a bunch of stuff to get through. I'm going to try and go for a little longer than yesterday because obviously the, you know, stream was very short yesterday because we had to have a meeting. Hello, Kerry Joe. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. It's about the spot for disabled people on trains and nowhere else drives me mad. I completely understand why it's done, but I don't want to be stuck up with the train swamp ass smell. Let me have a non-swamp ass area to park up, please. Right, so it's like near the engine on most trains or some shit like that. That fucking sucks. Gotta tell your UK friends about the Don't Pay campaign. Liz is so hard up, she drinks her bong water. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're making that up, right? You're making that up. You got a friend in the UK that's drinking their bong water? My fucking glasses are so scrubby. So grubby. And now there's a beard hair on one of them. Oh, it's always by the toilet. Right. Gotcha. Yeah, that fucking sucks, Quill. Listen, I don't think that's silly. I think that's a legitimate, you know. Muel, we talked about this before. Liz is legit. Yeah, I mean, you know, got ADHD in it, so I don't remember stuff. Also, like, you know, loads of people come through my chat and tell me mental stuff that I just don't remember, so I'm sorry. We had that a few months ago about the bong water. Sorry, no object permanence, no conversation permanence. You know, especially when it's like cheeky little chatters who are just having a little cheeky laugh. You know? But if that is true, that really sucks. That really does suck. Anyway, let's have a little look. Let's see what we're starting with, chat. We're going straight into the politics section because, you know, it's politics. That's what we're doing. I've got a load of new tabs, by the way, today. I don't know if you've noticed under the stream, but Twitch lets you make your own tags now, which I think is pretty fucking good. Because, like, before it was like, please give us a trans tag. Please give us identity tags, you know? And shit like that. You forgot the word hat the other day. The mask you wear on top. That's a good way to describe a hat, to be honest. That is a good way. Right, we're jumping straight in, chat. No, we're not watching this fucking idiot. We're watching this.
Something you should be aware of.
So loud. It's so loud. Yeah, we're entering the politics zone. Get your hazmats on, everybody. Okay.
Something you should be aware of. General Carville has stationed a truck near one of our villages. He has been broadcasting capitalist propaganda in an attempt to turn our own people against us.
No!
Our base is under attack. Incoming transmission.
The culture war in the West is real. And culture is losing. And the culture war is now truly part of why we have a war. And it's a real war.
How does anyone think he's like a smart person? It's so funny. Like seeing these little bits of him like out of context is so funny. Oh my god. Oh god. Let me change the title real quick. Change the title real quick. Oh, brilliant. Cheeky little videos time. Fits the Red Alert 2 campaign perfectly. Right, it does. Yeah, it does. Right, what have we got next? Like I said, this is Brexit. I've not seen this video. This might be pretty good, actually. I'm not sure. Led by Donkeys do some good stuff. So let's see what's going on here.
That we would actually increase our exports to the EU if we came out of the legislative morass of the single market.
There'll be no need for checks at Dover, but it will be an ability to ensure that the roads keep running around Dover, even if there are delays at Calais. The delays will not be at Dover, they will be at Calais.
We will maintain a free-flowing border at Dover. We will not impose checks in the port. It was utterly unrealistic to do so. We don't check lorries now. We're not going to be checking lorries in Dover in the future. Absolutely clear, it cannot happen.
But the sorts of fears being put up, that there'll be problems on crossing from Dover to Calais. The people in Calais, the port authorities, the leader of northern France have all said that's not going to happen. So there's been a lot of scare stories.
We want a bespoke arrangement on goods which recognises the peculiar, frankly, geographic economic entity that is the United Kingdom. We are, and I hadn't quite understood the full extent of this, but if you look at the UK and you look at how we trade in goods, we're particularly reliant on the Dover-Calais crossing.
We say we can take back control. We can see the sunlit meadows.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Yeah. What a normal country. What a normal fucking country. Hey, Vordrella. And hey, Mark. What's going on? Very peculiar country. Hey, Game Gang, what's going on? And also, hi, Actor Bellatrix. I don't know who I've not said hi to today. Hello, 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 everyone. I hope those drivers have a few books lying around. Though, well, I'm hoping that they're watching Leftist Agitprop, to be honest. All we have going in the US is that we have space for those big roads. Yes, that's the solution. Big roads. Yeah, literally. Just make bigger roads, yo. Alright. This is the Lightyear deleted opening sequence. God damn. His death was instantaneous. This is that movie? What?
Buzz Lightyear mission log. Stardate 3901.
Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, Jack. Don't forget to support Jack Saint. He's fucking well good. Hey, Oggy Hands, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, there you go. Very funny. So you've heard me talk about the... Yeah, you're right. Jack Saint never lies to us. Yeah, he would never lie to us. That's a very good point, Lyra. So, you've heard me talk about the Don't Pay campaign that I am sort of like shilling at the minute, I guess. It's not really shilling because I'm not getting paid for it. But it is a very, very good idea. So we're now going to watch Novara Media, who have done a video covering this, which is really good because Novara Media have got a lot of reach. And I'm hoping that this is going to turn a lot more people on to the Don't Pay campaign. A lot of people said in the chat when I started talking about this that it's a bit of a reach because a lot of people who are the poorest are on meters, and this isn't really going to apply to them. Like, you're not really going to be able to, like, cancel your meter or anything like that, and also that just means that your electricity will get shut off. I don't know if there's a way around it on the Don't Pay website or anything, but if anyone wants to do a bit of research, feel free. Yeah, hey, Emmy, how's it going? Welcome in. So, Let's check out Novara Media's
Don't pay
video
movement is
on
growing.
Don't pay. Let's just turn on some CC here.
With each passing day. With energy bills set to rise by 70% in October, the average household could be facing a bill of nearly £3,400, and then it will go up again in January. So far, nearly 100,000 people have joined Don't Pay and pledged to just stop paying their energy bills from October the 1st.
Hey.
It's in that context that Jonathan Brearley, CEO of energy regulator Ofgem, appeared on Radio 4's Today programme. Here's what he said.
Do you have any sympathy with the kind of campaigns that are happening now, people threatening not to pay their energy bills? I think nearly 80,000 people have signed up for the...
Chat, I want you to savour this moment, because what you're going to see here is pure hopium, right? You are going to see a CEO shit, piss, and come. Well, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. Shit, piss, come, cry, scream at the idea of everyday people getting together and fighting the energy company that he runs. So, you know.
The Don't Pay campaign.
So I know everyone is extremely worried about paying their energy bill, but absolutely I would not encourage anyone to join a campaign like this for two reasons. First of all, it will drive up costs for everyone across the board, and second...
Oh, listen, you'll make it worse for everyone. Everyone will have to stay late if you misbehave. Listen, everyone has to stay... Class, you're going to have to stay late if Johnny Don't Pay misbehaves. You better not do it, otherwise... we're going to punish you. We're going to punish you.
If you're facing difficulty in paying your bill, the best thing you can do is get in touch with your energy company, talk to them, make sure you've got access to all the help and support that's available so you're not paying more than you need to, and get access to wider help with debt advice, for example, if you need it.
Yeah, just like get advice about debt. Just like get debt help, because we're going to put you in debt. So just kind of get ready for that, basically. But definitely don't pay, because if you don't pay, everyone will suffer even more than they already are. So, yeah, just take on more debt. Get a loan, actually. A loan that you probably don't qualify for. Get a loan, maybe a credit card. The qualifications for credit cards are a lot less. So just get one of those, Love that. Debt advice, yeah, from a customer service rep. Yeah, love that. I don't know if you've ever tried this, chat, but and I don't know if you've noticed, but this is like the amount of money that I make on this little bar here. This plus what I make from Patreon, right? Plus what I make from subs, which is about another 300 quid. That's what I make every month. It's not really like minimum wage. Do you know what I mean? Especially after tax. So, in fact, I don't even know if I'm hitting the threshold to pay tax. But if you're like me and you're not earning that much money, you will have tried to speak to the energy companies about this. And if you're with a disgusting energy company like me, the one I'm with is Shell. I love being with Shell. They're very fair. They're very good. They paid no profits. They paid no tax on their profits in the UK this year. And if you complain about how much the energy bills are, they do nothing. In fact, they give you a little disclaimer to say they have no obligation to read this complaint. So, I don't know. Maybe we all should not pay in October. Maybe everybody should cancel their direct debits in October, if this is how these people are gonna react, Wait, why the fuck did it delete your message, Cynthia? That's so silly. That's not a link, Mulebot. You with Eon, Germany's largest energy wankers? Purple Apple says, I live in the States, maybe shit different, but the idea of calling your energy company and then going, oh, sorry, we'll request less energy is fucking insane. Yeah. It does. It's not how it works. It doesn't work like that in the States. It doesn't work like that here. The means to exist should be considered a human right. It should. It should. You actually have an agitprop billboard outside your work about how Shell pays no tax and is killing the planet. That's a good shit. That's a good fucking shout. That is a good fucking shout. Shockingly little considering how far we're in through the month. Yes, please, if you are financially able to support the stream, please consider donating off Twitch. It means that 100% of the money that you donate goes to me, your boy, Donald, Dr. Jock Muel. That's my real full name, given at birth. And no one can say anything about it. But also, it means that you will be sticking up 2 fingers or 1 finger or like doing this to Twitch, who are a shit platform for listening to the voices of marginalized streamers. So please consider those things. Donate. We've got this stream and next stream in order to get to 400 quid to unlock double bill movie night. So if you want 2 films this month for the movie night, we gotta get £164. So that's like £70 per stream. So I reckon we could definitely do £70 this stream, because that's like, what, 35 people paying $5? 30, and I know there's 35 people in here. I know there's more than 35 people in here. Don't tell me how many people are actually in here, but I know there are. Always think it's a Bezos and Twitch. That's right. Hi, Thora. How you doing? And hello, Watson. What's going on? I work for an energy company. I can't blame anyone who decides to do this. Watson, my best advice to you, if you work for an energy company right now, is to either quit your job, or before you quit your job, and find another job somewhere. I know it's easy me saying quit your job, but like find another job. Don't just fucking like put yourself in harm's way. But I've been saying this to anyone who says they work for an energy company. Find another job in a different industry. Before you do, no, that's not a joke. That's not a joke. Before you do, salt the place that you work in, right? Salting basically means spread union propaganda. Because workers in energy companies actually have more leverage than we do the consumers. So if workers in energy companies wanted to unionize and basically say you have to bring energy prices down, that would be far more effective than consumers doing this. It is going to be effective if consumers do this. If we get enough consumers to do this, it's going to really hurt energy companies. However, being actually within a company and unionizing, voting to unionize and unionizing and like, you know, voting to do direct action and stuff like that is going to be a key thing that we really need to see more of. So I would ask you to consider that. And anyone that you know, chat, if you know anyone that works in energy companies, if you know anyone that works in like billing, if you know anyone that works in customer service, if you know anyone that works in like, you know, it's one of them, innit? Please, chat, you do not have to give me reasons if you cannot afford to donate. You never have to give me a reason. You never have to give me an excuse. All of your donations are very, very much appreciated. You enable me to do a job that I love, but never feel like you have to explain yourself. Never feel like you're not welcome if you can't donate. I don't want anybody to have bad feelings like that. You don't need to be like, oh my God, like my fucking, you know what I mean? My cat is sick or whatever. Like Emmy's saying, like, please don't worry about that. Please. I don't need to, you know what I mean? I don't need to know. You know, your shit that you're struggling with is absolutely fine. But anyway, let's get back onto this.
Yeah. So I wouldn't encourage anybody to withhold their paying their bill, because that just damages things further and it will impact them personally.
So keep paying your bills and phone up the energy company and make sure you have access to all their help and support that's available to you. There isn't any fucking support, Jonathan. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit rich for a man on £300,000 a year to tell millions facing fuel poverty to basically keep paying their bills no matter what, so that bills for richer people who can afford them don't go up. That's not the kind of solidarity we're into.
No.
Moya, it's kind of hilarious to see the CEO of Ofgem running scared. Do you think that this advice is...
It is a threat, Mark. Yeah, when they say it will impact people personally, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a threat. They're supposed to be like, saying to you, if you fuck with us, we'll fuck with you. But the reason that they're saying that is because they're scared. If this wasn't a thing that was going to affect them, they wouldn't talk about it. They wouldn't even acknowledge it. They'd just be like, oh, whatever. They'd be like, oh, it's nonsense. It's tosh. Right? But they are scared, which is why a CEO has gone, don't you fucking dare. You know what I mean? Like a cornered animal, like a wounded animal.
Coming from a good place, he's genuinely concerned by the idea of customers being hit with big reconnection bills, or is he actually quite worried about the sort of collective leverage that's being exercised by don't pay supporters?
I would say it's the latter. The process to be hit with big reconnection bills is very, very slow, and it's very, very rare you can get your energy cut off. As if you read any interviews with Don't Pay organisers, they will outline why this strategy is one that they are taking. And Ofgem as a body is not one I would ever say has been on the lookout for consumer protection. It's really interesting about the way that they've been framed. The price cap is really new. It was brought into being in 2019. It was meant to limit the rates.
What's the news pop-up you got, Merlin?
Energy, and it was introduced after concerns about fuel poverty. But typically, for any sort of policy that has been introduced by the Tories to supposedly protect consumers, it doesn't really do that at all. What it instead does is just notify consumers that their bills are about to go up, and lets energy companies know that, don't worry, your profits are protected. So when it came in, the average cost of energy was on a standoff variable tariff was about 1k a year, just over that. And since then, the price cap has inched up and up and up. It's predicted to be over £3,000 in October for yearly energy. Meanwhile, we're seeing these record profits for energy companies. They're not protecting consumers, they're protecting profits. So now they've said the cap is also going to be adjusted quarterly instead of twice a year to match market volatility. Why, if you're an
It basically said what you need to know about it and reiterated the off-gem guy's points. It was an update for Samsung. Oh, you see, all these companies they're like that. You know what I mean? Like, when you think of like the amount of companies in the world that are like, you know, fucking people over and shit like that. Phone companies are one as well, right? Phone companies are like that too. But there's one guy at the head of most of these companies, you know? Like, there's shareholders and there's like, you know, other people involved in the company. But of course, they will have said to Samsung, hey, listen, when you have an update, just chuck a little, like, you know, chuck a little news item in there, and just tell people that, like, if they fuck with us, oh boy, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. It is. It's typically evil. Yeah, they'll have quadrupled the cap in come next year. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, chat. Is that it seems like, right? It seems like, you know, it's a little worrying at the moment. It seems like, oh my god, what the fuck? Maybe this won't go ahead. Maybe we won't get enough people sign up for it and shit like that, right? The Don't Pay campaign is like the nice version of what's going to happen. You know? Because if these energy prices go up, people will be in debt and they will literally just fucking get into the streets. They will literally just be like, no, this is fucked. This is so fucked. There are people that I know who are already in debt. I speak to people all the time about this because it's really fucking important, especially like off stream, like my friends and stuff like that. Like, I'm telling everybody about it. And multiple people have said to me, I'm already not paying what they want me to. You know? They're saying, yeah, I'll cancel my direct debit in October, but like, I'm already in debt. I'm already in debt. Right, the not nice version is that people are dying and they have nothing left to lose. When you have a population where people have nothing left to lose, shit will hit the fan. Shit will just hit the fan. And I'm not even saying that as a threat. I'm just saying that as a scientific observation. It's happening all over the world right now. And it's gonna happen in Britain. It's an absurd state. It's like after Brexit, All the fucking cabinet ministers just went mental, and they were just like, right, brilliant. Ofgem, you fucking drive up those prices. Right, cost of living. Yeah, everyone's allowed to raise fucking prices. No problem. Let's tear up the Human Rights Act. Let's prevent migrants from coming here and shit like that. Like, it's just everything. Trans rights are on the table. It's literally like that. Yeah, if it goes the way that energy companies want, it'll foment riots. Yeah, it will. It will. It absolutely will. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Independent regulator, are you matching market fertility? That is only going to help protect the profits of big energy companies. That doesn't protect consumers on the ground at all.
No.
It doesn't benefit households. Instead, allows energy companies to pass on higher wholesale prices and maintain their profits, as we've seen with things like BP and Shell, who are absolutely laughing all the way to the bank. So in short, no, I do not think that Jonathan really has any interest in helping out consumers or advising them on the best tack. And I think he is sincerely worried about the disruption that a Don't Pay campaign could bring. These kind of...
Here's the thing about when the government decides to make things a lot more expensive, right? The last time that something of this nature happened was in the 80s, under Thatcher, when she introduced the poll tax, right? If you don't know about the poll tax riots, in 1990, these are kind of like some of the scenes. I don't know what this is. I think this...
protest began with a...
Yeah, this is actually just like... Yeah, you're right, Thora. Yeah. Like, this is actually like... There will be like police violence in this, by the way. So I'm just going to chuck up a content warning. But like, these riots happened because people tried doing it the nice way. People tried doing it the nice way, and the government didn't fucking listen. Yeah, back in 480p times. Yeah. I literally find myself in tears regularly with how shit is going, how my friends and I each month barely surviving and selling personal property. Yeah, Emmy. Like, that is the biggest stress for me at the moment. Like, I have a real problem, right, with, like, grinding my teeth and, like, heart palpitations, which, like, stop me from sleeping and shit. And that's all because of stress, because I'm fucking poor. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is that I was doing all right. Like, if I was earning the shit that I earn every month on Twitch and YouTube and, shit like that, before the energy prices went up, I'd be fine. I'd be fucking fine. Like, that was like my goal. But now the fucking energy prices have gone up. It's like, I'm so stressed. And I think everybody's feeling that. You know what I mean? I think everybody's feeling that. And it's just like, it is the biggest thing in my life at the minute. It's the biggest stress in my life. And it will be the biggest stress in a lot of people's lives. Hey, Bella Bean, what's going on? For continental trash like me, what's the poll tax? I believe the poll tax was exactly a tax introduced just if you wanted to vote. Like, if you wanted to vote, if you wanted to have the ability to vote in any election, you would have to, like, pay a tax. And it was just shit. But I might be wrong about that. I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway, regardless, it was a similar situation that meant people would be paying more money per year than they could afford. I'm steps away from another panic attack at work. Yeah, there you go, Panda Bibble. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, it was so fucked. It was so fucked. And listen, I don't doubt that the fucking Tories are going to try and bring something else like this in again. They're going to try and do it again. Because they're already fucking with how we vote. They're already doing that. The rich think ramping up the exploitation is not only okay, but necessary. Well, yeah. Hey, Zanixie, what's going on? Not to mention now everyone's struggling. Less people have the means to sub off Twitch or on Twitch. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it as well. Also, go follow Zanixie because she's great. Yeah, universal tax on everyone regardless of income. Yeah, an oligarchy, yeah. I can't lie and say I was doing fine, but it's got explosively worse And all my outgoings have gone up and my income is literally just PIP and universal credit. Right, exactly. It's fucked. So fucked. I was barely able to pay bills this month and my anxiety has never been worse. Everyone I know is in the same boat. It's awful. Yeah, it's real hard times, chat. Real hard times. You know, it might literally be the first time in my life I'll have to go to a food bank, which is like, okay, that's a thing that's happening. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit, it's getting real. The burp endorsement. Hey, Mr. Dank. Yeah, it's like they're daring the poor. They're like poking people again and again and again.
Rally advertised as a peaceful festival suitable for children to attend. Many demonstrations.
Yeah, but it was a peaceful demonstration that would be fine for children to attend. And then the cops came and started beating the shit out of people.
Demonstrators had not even begun to march as the speeches began in Trafalgar Square.
I have only one regret. I wish that the Labour Party and the TUC had come out in support of this demonstration.
Fucking Tony Benn. Fucking rest in peace, dude. What a fucking legend. God damn it. Same shit again. Same shit again. You see the parallels, chat. You see the parallels. Tony Benn was desperate for the Labour Party in 1990, in 30 fucking years ago, 32 fucking years ago, right? Saying the same shit that cabinet ministers who are being sacked by Keir Starmer are saying about joining the RMT pickets. You know what I mean?
Because we would have had 1 million people on the march.
Numbers were rising steadily, and the first trouble came with a sit-down protest at Downing Street.
Because this is where the cops started battering people.
Was against instructions from the stewards, who identified some agitators as veteran protesters among the family groups they'd hoped to attract.
Men, women and children on this demonstration who've never been on a demonstration before.
His appeal to move on was ignored.
People that cause the trouble, mostly anarchists. There's 89% of the people out here on this square were peaceful demonstrators. All the people down this side.
The CC just cannot handle how British this guy is. They just can't handle it. It's not even bothering.
We're just completely going against the police. Nothing to do with the poll tax, just attacking the police.
Those attacks were aimed at police on foot, on horseback, in...
Like, look at how the BBC coverage has not changed as well, chat. Look at how the BBC coverage has not changed. No footage of the police actually beating the shit out of protesters. Like, police violence during poll tax riots. There's no fucking articles about this. Active poll tax riot, London Metropolitan. They've got. There's just like Met Police statements about this. MPS debrief regarding poll tax riots in 1990. It's so bad, but that is literally what happened. The police just fucking beat the shit out of people. Anyway, I can't fucking find it, but anyway, that is what happened. That is what happened. All right, see you later, Lyra. See you later, Lyra. You know, they laud the whole BBC as a controlled by bigness isn't allowed sponsors. It's playing controlled by its only sponsor, the government. Yeah, of course, Nikki. Of course it is. It is literally just like, what do they call it in 1984? Literally 1967 Vuvuzela iPhone, Animal Crossing. What is it? Free speech is when they put Winston in the echo chamber in 1987. George Formby Grill. Fucking hell. Because of all the memes, I've forgotten what I was going to say. State TV. It's like the Ministry of Truth. Ministry of Truth. That was what I was trying to fucking think of. No, it's fine. It wasn't your fault. I just like lost my mind for a little minute. even more than usual. George Formby grill. You know, because it's like George Foreman, the George Foreman grill, but George Formby.
Vehicles.
Thought stop,
The
that's
condition of
right.
this driver is unknown. Some individuals
Hey Tart, what's going on?
controlling the direction of attack.
It's literally 1957 when you can't remember what you were 1964 in about. That's right.
Some individuals had armed themselves with weapons.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that looks like actual evidence. Oh no, a knife on the ground. Some individual. This is literally Brass Eye. Like, have you ever seen Brass Eye, chat? Fucking. This is literally like Brass Eye, Nintendo 64. You know what I mean? It's like shit like this. Like, this is what this feels.
At least 45 policemen were injured.
Damn.
I felt, let me say, that a couple of hits on the head, and I've got 2 bumps on the back of the head there.
Damn, maybe you should just, like, quit your job, bro. I don't know. It seems like a really dangerous job. Like, I don't know. Maybe just, like, quit being a policeman. I think that would be pretty based. Quit being a police officer.
As I was in a stooped position, I believe
Coned.
I got kicked in the face, causing that the injury that you see.
I believe I was kicked in the face. He doesn't even know what happened.
40 civilian victims were treated in
You could easily avoid all of that. You could easily avoid all of that, right? Easily avoid all of that by not being a cop.
Police tonight denied that 2,000 officers was too few to keep control and blamed the march organisers.
If I were the organisers of the...
My man's got the fucking 1,000-yard stare. Looks like he's been in a war. He looks like he's been in a war.
They march today, I would be feeling very unhappy.
Okay, listen, just like real talk for a minute. PTSD sucks, like holy fucking shit. Obviously this has like affected these officers, but I don't know, just like don't be a cop. Just don't be a cop, and like maybe you could avoid this.
About the outcome of such a relatively few having such a disastrous effect on their efforts.
We don't want them on our demonstrations. Working class people don't want them on their demonstrations. Working class people want a mass campaign of civil disobedience.
Yes!
Non-payment is the way to sink the poll tax. No smashing bottles.
Listen, that guy was saying some based shit, but then started to be a fucking traitor straight away. No one was smashing bottles, dude. The cops turned up and they started beating the shit out of people, and people responded as people do. When you get kettled, right? Has anyone see? Has most people see? Have most people in the chat seen our Tim Conquest of Dreads video? On kettling, because what happens is when you're in a kettle, the fucking police put so much pressure on you that they wait for someone to literally, like, you know, try and get out of the kettle, and then they beat the shit out of that person, and then everyone starts getting agitated, and then of course chaos is going to ensue. That's exactly how it fucking works, you know? Do you have any recommendations for a better UK news source than the BBC? Literally my stream. My stream, $27 stream, fucking Novara Media, Sophie from Mars's channel, fucking literally any, like John the Duncan is great as well. Like, you know what I mean? Not necessarily news, but like we will cover the news on a, you know, from a leftist perspective and shit like that. You know what I mean? I thought you were saying cat-hole and not kettle. Kettle. They usually leave a police van or a car in the kettle for protesters to vent on. Yeah, they do it on purpose. Yeah. They do it on purpose.
Violence spread throughout central London as protesters were forced away from Trafalgar Square, clashing with theatre-goers and tourists. Anne Lucas, ITN, London.
Well, there you go. Preferably a written source. Yeah, I got no recommendations for that. I don't read a lot. Apologies, Martin.
People, they have a real stake in institutions, and they might
TLDR news, double down news. Yeah, that stuff is good. Yeah, I agree.
think they're acting out of the goodness of their heart, or you could get into big trouble. But people are already in big trouble. 6 million households are going into fuel poverty, and desperate times really do call for these desperate measures. So, in short, I would really assess.
Clashing with theatregoers and tourists also sounds like Brass Eye. Right, exactly. It's just all made up. They don't give a fuck.
Where this person's interests lie before taking his words without any pinches of salt.
Wow, there it is. Oh my god. All right, on another different tip here, chat, we are gonna check out some Samantha Lux. I fucking love Samantha Lux. I don't really think I've reacted to any Samantha Lux on the channel before, but I love her videos. I think I've recommended her on a video before. I don't know, on a YouTube video. Gonna change the title because this is more of a longer video, but have the video playing in a muted tap. Not transgender just seems so formal. Love story movie, right? I think that's fair enough, right? But yeah, like the video, subscribe to Samantha Lux. She's very, very cool. Have the video playing in a muted tab alongside the stream, and leave her a comment as well. But yeah, this is like a review. I think a little tiny review of a transgender romance movie. So let's see what it's called. I've never even heard of it. Might be something for me to watch with my partner at the weekend. So let's check it out.
This video is gonna be very fun. Am I too far zoomed in? Am I even recording? What's that? Looks like it's like flat against my head, and I'm not about it. Could you even hear me the whole time? Last night I was with my friend Peter. You met him in my vlog a couple videos back. We watched this new movie. It was super cute, and I really, really want to talk about it with you guys. Although I'm not really
Anything's
sure how much
possible.
of the movie
Has anyone heard of this? Anything's possible? I've not heard of this, I don't think.
To include, if any of it, I'm gonna do my best. I think I'll be able to get at least a few clips.
This is Samantha Lux. I've dropped the link in the chat up above you there, Divided. So, like I say, as always, get the link, do the stuff, like, comment, subscribe, get it playing in an unmuted tab.
Hopefully.
I need a command for that shit, you know?
Channel, so if you guys are not subscribed, go ahead and do that right now. I'll wait for you. Go ahead.
Based on the Reddit thread story, is that right?
Thank you very much.
Yo, is that fucking right? Anything's possible based on Reddit? Anything's possible review, Netflix watch, anything possible. No, I don't know. I don't know. I've got no idea.
And yeah, with no further ado, let's get right into this video.
That's a Google search,
Last
yeah.
night is called Anything's Possible. I should probably look up their actual names. Hold on, let me look that up.
I literally, whenever I watch a film, even if I really like it, I'm so bad at actors' names and shit.
Movie stars Eva Rain and Abu Bakr Ali. Let's just look up the description of this movie really quick because I don't want to try to explain it when they've already, explained it so well. So on the IMDb, the movie is described as a romance, and it says a delightfully modern Gen Z coming-of-age story that follows Kelsa, a confident high school girl who is trans, as she navigates their senior year. And let me just say, I heard about this movie and I knew I wanted to watch it, so when I was telling my friend about this movie, I was like, let me just read you a little description. When I Googled it, this is the description that came up. A high school student with a crush summons the courage to ask a transsexual teen out on a date, knowing the drama it could cause. And for some reason, that just rubbed me the wrong way. If you know,
In 2022, just like people still calling trans people transsexuals, Jesus Christ. Like, I know, there are some older trans people who, prefer to be called that, and, that's fine, that's on them, but just, immediately just going for the, the TS, rather than transgender is just oh, come on. Come on.
No, I don't get into that. Actually, no, I feel like I should get into that. Transsexual, in my opinion, is kind of an outdated term. I feel like unless somebody specifically asks you to use the term for them, you should stick with transgender.
Right.
First of all, that is not the person that played. Let me screenshot this shit.
Medical professionals still call us that in Germany because of ICD-10. What, is that like a law saying that like you have to refer to trans people like that. I don't know. Transsexualism. Jesus Christ. It just doesn't, you know? Older voices who still favor sexual legitimize the bigots who want to use it like a weapon. Look, like, not for me to speak on. Not for me to speak on. I'm not a trans person, so, you know. The way transgenderism has made its way into even progressive people speech. Yeah, transgenderism is definitely not a thing. Definitely not a thing. Like, don't call it that. Transgenderism is like a thing that right-wingers use, and they basically use it to say that, like, being trans is an ideology, which, of course, it's not. It's just who people are, like, who trans people are, you know, being transgender. So, you know. My diagnosis is gender dysphoria and transsexualism in the UK as well. Fucking hell, Emmy. Wow, that fucking sucks. Hey, Lost Futures, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, you don't need a diagnosis, right? Exactly, yeah. It's just so bad, honestly.
Not the person that played this boy. Is that Ryan? Who is that? Is that Ryan Reynolds? But yeah, I just wanted to point out that that description was kind of weird, but I will say that the the IMDb description, as well as the description on like Amazon, where the movie came out, is a lot better. Now, I've seen a couple trans romance movies, rom-coms, if you will, with a trans lead. I've seen like one or two, not that many. I remember watching one a long time ago called Girl Meets Boy or Boy Meets Girl, something like that.
You got that too, Mark? What the
Girl
fuck?
Meets World, something. No, that was the show Boy Meets World. That's not what that was. If you guys know what the movie I'm talking about is, leave it down below. But that was a good movie too.
I don't know what she's on about.
There are a few differences in this movie that I really appreciated. I'm gonna do my best to not give big spoilers. I mean, obviously I'm going to be talking about some key scenes and like my favorite scenes, so there are going to be some spoilers, but I'm going to do my best to not ruin too much of the movie. The biggest thing that made it different.
Okay, so there's going to be some spoilers, so I'm going to chuck in a content warning here for some spoilers for anything's possible in brackets 2022. All right, there you go. So, if you're not like me and you're not ADHD to fuck, so I'm literally just like, you know, forgetting everything that people say all the time, then you might want to miss this. You might want to miss this review. Just come back in like 20 minutes or something, you know? It was a GP who was older and had no idea. Doctors aren't trained on it at all. I had to tell him that GICs existed. Yeah, that's a lot of trans people's experience from what I heard. Yeah. Are there any trans for trans romance film? Right. Well, this is the thing. Like, trans romance films in general are lacking so much that I've never heard of any. You know what I mean? Like, I've never even heard of this film. So, you know. Hey, Death Tales. Yeah, spoilers tend to be the thing that made me want to watch the movie. It depends how spoilery it is. You know? Like, I don't tend to go for films that are like, that have like very solid story parts. I like things that are weird and messed up most of the time. So like, sometimes you can't tell what the point of the film is, but that's just because I'm a fucking pretentious art snob. So yeah, like, you know, spoilers for me, sometimes I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever, that's cool, you know? Hope the movie's good, doubtful because of Hollywood. I mean, is this a Hollywood produced movie? I don't know. Is it like, who's it produced by? Who's it produced by? The closest I can think of is Priscilla, the Queen of the Desert, and that's not amazing rep. Right, because I didn't actually, because I watched Priscilla, Queen of the Desert years ago, and in my mind, like, I always thought it was drag queens. Do you know what I mean? Like, none of the actors are actually trans. So if they're actually supposed to be trans, that is messed up, because Hugo Weaving, not trans. Wesley Snipes is in it as well, not trans. Another guy, I can't remember, but like none of those actors are trans. I like your question of who it's produced by. That's what it all depends on. Yeah, right.
different from the other movies that I've watched that had like that trans lead.
Mia Moore's writing a script for a trans body movie, body horror movie. Hell yeah.
That's like the question. That's like the thing.
Priscilla and Tu Wong Fu are both about drag queens. Ah, okay.
That people focus on all the time. It's like, well, how are you gonna be like intimate? How are you gonna like, you know, be together?
As far as you
if this
know.
girl's trans and you're a straight boy. And that's like the big plot in a lot of these movies is the guy has to like come to terms with the fact that the girl that he likes is trans or whatever. That's not what this movie was. This movie also kind of focused
That's a good
on
start.
the boy's journey to getting the confidence to asking this girl out and being with the trans girl, but it was a little bit different. Instead of having to battle this like, no, she's trans, blah, blah, he goes through a different battle. The battle that he goes through is one of, you know, not being socially accepted. So the main character's name is Khalid. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he has a best friend throughout the whole movie that is a big like hurdle for him. We see his friend in scenes where he's like calling things gay and he's like making jokes about gay people or whatever. And we even see him talking directly about Khalid, directly about this girl.
I heard about this just to get a little stun locked again about like positive media representations of trans women that aren't actually like, oh, I have to get over the idea that she's trans and stuff like that. I was introduced to this the other day by Dime Package and Kimaraki. Actually, it was Kimaraki that said it. You remember when we raided Dime Package on Monday, and they were talking about this. They were talking about this. Now, this is Yakuza 3, and this is a character called Ayaka. And if you've not seen this, like you need to check this out with me right now, because this is fucking wild. Like this game came out in 2008. Can you have a shout out link? What does that mean? For Dime Package? Yeah, of course. Yeah, Dime's a fucking legend. Yeah, of course. And Kimaraki as well. Yeah. They're both absolutely excellent comrades, 100%. Oh, Kiki, she's here. Oh my god, that was a meta time to arrive. Yeah. We're literally just talking about you. But yeah, Yakuza is based as fuck. Yeah. I went and watched this. Kiki, and it's just like, this is fucking sick. So like, I think the situation here is like, you'll have to correct me, Kiki, but I think that like, this is Kiryu, and Kiryu was like in a massage parlor or something, and he got a massage from this girl, and she's in love with him. Oh my god, Dime's here as well. Yeah, there you go. There you fucking go. This is kind of like Monday, when you two were talking about me, and then I raided you, and I was talking about you two today, and you two appeared. How about that? Whoa, let's go away with the automatic CC. We don't need that. We've gone full circle, yeah. We've gone full fucking circle. Some new people are gonna come in to the stream and be like, this isn't a movie, this is a video game. And we're just gonna have to explain to them that this is the stun lock. This is the stun lock. Welcome to the stun lock. It's the power of egg. It's the power of egg dog, yeah. All art is art. That's true, Game Gang. That's true. Is that really loud? I feel like that's really loud. Doing a Let's Play of Yakuza? It will... No. Sorry. No. Listen, I don't do Let's Plays on the channel because it's just not profitable, sadly. And as I've previously explained, I'm super poor. And if I decided to do a Let's Play of Yakuza, like all of it, I would be doing a Let's Play for like 3 months, and I just can't do that. Hey, Butter Bebop. Yeah, Yakuza's like 7 giant games deep in. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, God. A year of gameplay if you're streaming it. Yeah. I remember watching Kiki stream a couple of Yakuza games, but not all of it because obviously I can't be there like every stream, you know? Wait, what? That's Ayana Tsubaki? She's a real trans woman? Wait, the voice actor? So even the voice actor's trans as well? And it's her face? No fucking way. Yakuza extremely based. Extremely based. Before like any other like Western game, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, handling the representation well. Also like, you know, hiring an actual trans woman to do the voice work and modeling the character on that trans woman. Yeah, unheard of. Unheard of for the US video game industry. Literally unheard of. They often feature IRL figures, mostly with the host and hostess clubs. They did it for Ayaka too. Oh my god. Yakuza went woke and now it's gonna go broke. That's the problem, Divided. That's right. Damn, this fucks so hard. Yeah, Kiryu is a fucking sage, yeah. This scene wasn't even in the original Western release. No fucking way. God fucking damn it. Yeah, anti-SJWs don't shit their pants about Yakuza because they don't fucking play games like Yakuza. Like, they just play games like fucking, you know, God of War and whatever, like Big John shoots the gun, you know, in Central Asia, like literally, you know? It is Yakuza 3 Skidada. Yeah. Too revolutionary for the Imperial Core. That's right, Rolwat. There's all these reactionary gamers who keep thinking that any LGBT representation in Japanese games comes from the localization team. Exactly! It's fucking stupid as fuck. Am I shocked? No. Am I disappointed? Yes. Right, exactly. Go follow Skidada, everyone, by the way. Kiryu is also asexual? Wait, what? Yakuza fucking fucks so hard. It's always been woke. They're finally seeing the money-making potential of the series. Every release used to be a panic, hoping they would release it overseas. Whoa, that's wild. He's canon a virgin. That fucks. That literally fucks. Lately, the chudsters are all about Japanese devs now because they find Western devs too woke. Western devs too woke. Literally too woke. You know, like, and I said this to Diamond Kiki on Monday as well. Like, you know, fucking think about Cowboy Bebop. I don't think that, I can't remember it exactly. I think like in Cowboy Bebop, the character, I don't know if the character's like voiced by a trans person, but there's like a trans character in Cowboy Bebop. I think they are a villain, but they're not portrayed in like a weird fucking manner. And that's in like a property from like 1992 or some shit, 1997, right? And then also don't get me started on Berserk, that I'm doing a fucking video about explaining how it's fucking queer as fuck. You know, like literally like Japanese media is so much more progressive than Western media, you know? And it's so absurd because you find a lot of people basically being racist and just being like, yeah, well, you know, the Japanese are so conservative, right? Like, the Japanese, like, what does that mean, man? Like, just like, you know, homogenizing like an entire fucking culture that's like, there's so many different, you know, people within that country as well. You know? I literally don't know how anyone could read Berserk and realize it's a jilted gay lover's story. Right, exactly. Not realize that. It's so stupid. Stop You're Under Arrest has a trans character in it too. There you go. There you fucking go. Of course it depends on what media you're engaging with, of course. But like, generally speaking, a lot more progressive. A lot more progressive than Western media.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be done around the end of the year, Augie Hands.
Oh.
Okay, I might have to check that out, Merlin. Yeah, Edward is also MB. That's right, Panda. Yeah. And Squid, yeah. I think in the manga, like, Edward is way more NB, right? Like, they're pretty fucking MB in general, like, in the anime, because I'm pretty sure that they say, I'm not a boy or a girl, I'm just Edward. So anyway, just to give you context on what's happening here, in case you're concentrating on me and not reading the fucking, the text here. Like, basically, Yuya has come over and been like, damn, this girl's fucking hot as fuck. I can't believe that she's hitting on you. That fucking rocks so hard, right? And Kiryu's just like, what? What are you talking about? Like, you know, again, probably because he's ace and maybe doesn't pick up on that stuff straight away, right? Right? The reason Chuds try to attack Japanese media, though, is because when they are insensitive, it's like really insensitive. The two gay men in Persona 5 that literally spend all game attempting to sexually assault Ryuji. Yeah, like, here's the thing is like, oh, attach to Japanese media, not attack it. Right. Yeah, but in the same way, they also attach themselves to Western media as well. So it's like, you can't just be like, basically what I'm trying to say to you, chat, is like, you can't just be like, Japanese stuff bad because chuds like it, or like Western stuff bad because chuds like it. It's like, there has to be a nuanced discussion about this, otherwise you just end up being racist, do you know what I mean? I got pissed when this mission came up on stream. My channel was being bombarded with, oh, James May in Japan, oh man in Japan, I hate that shit so much. Yeah, it pushed every harmful stereotype you could think of. Yakuza 309 is being way more progressive, right? It's so stupid. So stupid. Yeah, for sure. It never occurred to me about Edward. I just thought that it was a curiosity, the use of the name. Right. You might be doing a video about this discussion with regards to Elden Ring. Fuck yeah, hell to pay. Let's go. Check out Infernal Ramblings on YouTube, chat. So anyway, she's back from the bog now. So if you haven't clocked what's happening, Ayaka is trying to like figure out if she should tell Kiryu that she likes him. Because, you know, she's trying to like, well, you'll see. Did you see what that said, chat? Did you see what that said? Wait, so you're transgender, not transsexual, not a slur, nothing like that. Extremely respectful and correct. based Kiryu, right? Almost like it's effortless to be like that. Right, exactly, yeah. And like literally explaining it correctly, right? Kiryu is acting on behalf, right? Kiryu is acting on behalf of like someone who may not know anything about trans people, right? Literally might not know anything about trans people, and so like is asking like, huh, is it like being gay? Obviously that's like a question that most cis het people would be asking, right, if they don't know anything about it. And then Ayaka's like, no, it's fucking different, like this is what it's about, you know. And also shows how easy and simple it is to actually just get it, to actually just understand it straight away. You know what I mean? Hey, Adrenaline. Hey, Ludo. So, like, she's worried about telling Kiryu that she's trans, and, you know, obviously Kiryu, I think, is like figuring it out now that she like fancies him. Oh yeah, the series is extremely pro-sex work. Yeah, another thing that Kiki and Dime Package were talking about. Yeah. Yeah, who doesn't fancy Kiryu, right? Literally, love is about accepting one another for who you are. Literally. God, this is so good. Holy shit, I love Yakuza. I need to play more than just Zero and Like a Dragon. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a lesbian and I even fancy Kiryu a bit. Right, exactly. Everybody fancies Kiryu. He's just such a beautiful boy. Right, there's nothing confusing, but some people refuse to accept that their preconceived notions are wrong or incomplete, then pretend it's confusing when they're just refusing to move past grade school understandings of biology and gender. Yes, that is generally speaking the reaction people have, yeah. I think there is a gay guy that falls for Kiryu, yeah. At least in one of the games. I'm pretty sure I saw that in Kiki's playthrough of one of them. But then, uh-oh, looks like he got it wrong. She doesn't actually fancy him. She was actually talking about someone that she does fancy. The twist! Man, my read was totally off. Looks like I've got a ways to go before I'm a real host. Like, and this bit is also a fucking commentary, you know, on like how you need to learn about shit like this. Because the way that Yuya reacts now that you're gonna see, and the way that Kiryu reacts is pretty fucking cool. Like in sort of like an education based way. You know, for a game that most men are gonna play, right? Oh. I'm emotionally devastated here. Come on, Kiryu, you're just lying. You're just lying. Like, you know, nah, she's not trans. Like, she wasn't born a man. Like, you know, like, well, this, that, and the other, and it's, and he's like, yeah, I'd be a really shit host if I didn't pick up on something like that. Well, you're a failure, bro. And they're both gutted. They're both gutted that she doesn't fancy them. They're literally both gutted. They're literally both gutted that she doesn't fancy them. It's fucking brilliant. Like, I just saw that literally on Monday, and I was like, that is pretty good. As far as I can tell, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trans, but like, it doesn't seem hateful in any way. It seems like pretty fucking, you know, it's great. It was really, really good. So, yeah, big up Yakuza 3, 2008. Good trans representation, you know? Anyway, let's get back. You know? Let's get back to the video we were watching about the movie. Yeah, the Yakuza love hit extra hard there. Yeah, it's a good series. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. You know. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's unwind the stun lock. Unwind it. Let's get back to where we are about another positive trans love story.
She's a dude. You know she's a dude, right? He also has a similar battle, or it's not really a battle, a similar situation with his parents. This scene was actually really funny. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what happens. If you don't want to hear this scene, you can like skip this much forward. But in this scene, he like comes home to his house, his parents, and they're like standing there and they're like talking or whatever, and they're like, so we searched your browser history. You're gonna live a life of sadness, all this stuff, like going off saying that he's gonna, you know, be so sad if he transitions and all this stuff. And he's like, girl, I'm not trans. My girlfriend's trans. And they're like, oh, Theo, thank God, at least it wasn't you. Which, I mean, like, still kind of cringe, but. And the mom did talk to him afterwards and was like, it's okay, like, I understand. You're a nice guy. You see her for who. Oh my God, I cried during that scene. I forgot that I cried. I cried like 4 times throughout this movie. Quick word of advice, maybe don't watch the movie if you are a trans girl that's like, going through a breakup. Actually, maybe do watch it if you're going through a breakup like me, because I say going through, but it was like a year ago, girl. Like, get over it. But watching this movie and having this boy in this movie pick this trans girl over and over and over and over and over again, it was just really, really like heartwarming. She also has a really, really nice relationship with her mom, which I think is awesome that they put in the movie. And
oh, hell yeah.
You know, a parent.
Yeah, because there are too many films where like queer people are just suffering, you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing, and of course, like, you know, trans people have barely any films that are about them or that like star main characters that are trans and stuff like that. So, you know, to also have a film that is like not based around a trans person who is like, you know, having a shit time and, you know, anything like that. Like, this is all about like joy. Like, it's a good, heartwarming movie, and it seems pretty fucking sick.
She has a very good relationship with her mom, especially when they contrast it to her relationship with her dad, which we won't get too much into, you know, to maintain a level of surprise for you when you watch this movie. But I just wanted to point out that this movie did a really good job of showing how powerful a good mother-daughter or a good parent-child relationship can be. I don't really know what it was about this movie, but it was just very, very, like, relatable. I mean, obviously, the fact that I'm trans and the fact that she was trans. There was one line that really stood out to me that is something that I could never really articulate in the past, but I think is something that I have struggled with for a long time and I've kind of gone back and forth with. The girl's a YouTuber. Cute, right? The quote comes from a video that she's making on her YouTube channel talking about being trans.
Yeah, the actress is trans, yeah.
To live as stealth, which if you don't know, living as stealth means that nobody around you knows that you're transgender. Or if she wanted to live out and super, super publicly. The quote says, so what would you rather? The existential despair of not being known or the existential despair of being known and being rejected? So it's this battle of being stealth and having people not understand who you really are, not understand where you come from, not understand what has made you you, or deal with the despair of having people know you, having people know your story, where you've come from, what you've been through, and having them not accept it, having them not want to be in your life, having them not want to be around you. When I first transitioned, I went through this a lot as well, especially my first year in college. I felt like I had to escape my trans identity to be taken seriously, to be treated and fully seen as a woman. I won't say that people didn't know because, you know, obviously it was my first year right after I transitioned, so I didn't, you know, look the way that I do now. It just was a different time, but I did feel like I was hiding so much about myself, and not even just that I was hiding, I felt like I was lying. When I would tell people...
Yeah, this seems like this is resonating for a couple of people in the chat at least, you know, so... Yeah, you know, this kind of shit like needs to be made for many reasons. You know what I mean? Because honestly, like the only way that I can relate to this is about how few positive representations there are in media of like bisexual men. You know what I mean? In that way, I feel very close to trans people because like we really don't have either of our identities. We don't really have a fucking... Do you know what I mean? Like a good rep of who we are or like what we go through or anything like that. Like it's very sexualized, and if it's not sexualized, it's bad rep. It's like, oh, these people are crazy. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, so this shit needs to be made. Like there needs to be more stuff like this. And like, you know, I don't know. The problem is that we live in a world based on profit, right? And big movie makers in Hollywood are going to be thinking like, nah, well, there's no point. There's not that many trans people out there. So, you know, we don't need to make a film about trans people, right? Like, that's what they think. That's how they think. They think in numbers. They think in like shit like that. And that's not the society that we want. We want a society that's based on love and care for each other and shit like that. So I don't know who produced this film. I don't know if this is like a Hollywood produced film. I don't know if it's an indie film or anything like that. I would love it if it was an indie film. But I'll watch it and support it regardless of whatever it's made, because this sounds like it's actually pretty good. You know?
Myself, I found myself editing the story, changing little details about...
Yeah, they're not just for trans people anyway. That's the thing, because that's how Hollywood people look at it. But like... You know, there's absolutely no reason why cis people can't watch a film like that and not enjoy it and not like also learn something in the process, right? You know?
And yeah, they were small. They were little white lies. They were insignificant, but I don't want to have to do that. So we see Kelsa deal with this throughout the movie as well. We see her making videos online for herself and for her trans friends, her community, whatever. But once it gets brought up in real life, you could say, at her school, she doesn't want anything to do with it. In fact, she actively rejects it. She says,
"Yeah, let's get some trans prides. Let's get some trans love emotes in the chat, gang, for everyone in the community who's feeling this a little strong.
Life, like, leave me alone. Like, get this away from me." I should probably mention the student. I don't want to like root at. You'll see. It doesn't matter. You'll see. She just know that she doesn't want people to talk about the fact that she's trans in real life. At least at some points throughout the movie. There's so much in this movie. So many like little things that I noticed as a trans person that, you know, maybe the average viewer wouldn't notice, but I think that's kind of cool. At one point, her and one of her friends get into a fight over this boy, actually, and she goes full turf. How dare Kelsey come into a single sex women's only space, blah, blah, blah. Like, I am a feminist and this is wrong. Full turf.
Damn, no way. There's a turf in this movie. What the fuck?
It was great, especially because she had like a full, like, you know, awakening. She's like, this is bad. I shouldn't be doing this. I don't want to be this person. She's ex-turf now, I guess. Like I said, I don't know what to say and what not to say about this movie because I want you to watch it. I don't want to spoil it. I just want to let you guys know that this is a really, really good movie. This is super cute, especially if you're looking for like a cheesy romance movie. Not to call it cheesy, sorry, but like, it's just really cute. And of course, we love to see trans people finally getting the storylines that they deserve, you know? We love to finally see trans girls as the love interest. And of course, we love having actual trans actresses in the movie. Duh. That's like the bare minimum. But okay, guys, that is it for this video. Go watch this movie.
There you go, chat.
Go watch it. I'm pretty sure that Billy Porter wrote it or produced it or something. I don't know. Billy Porter had something to do with it.
Hey, Scribbling Nevermore. Welcome in.
So yeah,
and hello, I lost my tardigrades. How are you?
Make sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're not.
Don't forget, chat. Please go support Samantha Lux. She's fucking great. I've shouted her out in a video on my YouTube channel before. But again, watch this video, like a video, subscribe. She's just a great content creator in general. She does like a lot of content about like reacting to like, you know, transphobic memes and stuff like that. Or she reacts to like what's this one here? Like the Elliot Page stuff that happened a year ago. And she just does like a lot of really good content that, you know, I think it's pretty good. You know, maybe I'll get told that like, you know, she's not good at some stage in the future, but as far as I know, she's pretty fucking good. But there you go. The movie is called Anything's Possible. Let's take a look at it real quick. Anything's Possible on IMDb. So yeah, I think you can get it on, you could get it on Prime. It's included with Prime Video. So everyone in the chat who's got a Prime icon next to their name, you can go and check this out. So there you go. It's got a bunch of different people in it. And it looks like director is someone called Billy Porter. The writer is Zamina Garcia Lecuona. Writer, producer. Okay. So this person's done like a lot of films. Orion Pictures is still around. Yeah, it's still going. Made a film called Goat Sucker, which sounds like a film that I want to watch, and Satanic Panic. Anything's Possible, Satanic Panic, Goat Sucker, The Kiss List. I've not seen any of these films, but I'm all up for like discovering new writers and stuff. But it would be cool to find out if they're actually trans as well. You know, let's take a look at some reviews here. A brave coming-of-age tale about love, courage, and friendship. Smiled through this whole movie. I grew up much in most coming-of-age movies in my generation. We had Clueless, American Pie, Project X, Mean Girls, 21 and Over, many more. They all have these hidden but beautiful messages about courage. These movies touch on themes such as love, friendship, the feeling of the unknown approaching fast, and the struggle each of us had with moving on to the next step. Anything's Possible touches on all these themes and does it well. It's an excellent story about self-awareness, identity, and acceptance. It tells us to look beyond the expectations of our society, parents, friends, and even ourselves. To be brave and take a leap to love, and believe that being loved and falling in love does not know any boundaries. Fucking sick. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. This is something I'll watch with my friend in a week or two. We'll both cry because of the trans feels. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Alright, well, that's that, chat. That's that little video. Now listen, we've done a little bit of stuff. And now it's time to get back into the stuff that we were starting yesterday, which was Thought Slime's video on work. And how work sucks and burnout sucks and all that kind of nonsense. But excuse me. Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'll just search Thought Slime, and that'll be fine. But content warning for this particular content. The content warnings are as follows: burnout, discussions of burnout. And I guess there's ableism in here too. If I could spell ableism correctly, which, yeah. And there was another one that... Damn, there's another one that I got. There was another content warning. Hard work is a grift, that's what it's called. Thank you. Thank you. Right. We've got 25 minutes to go on this video. Ral, what? Or anyone else who wants to leave because they've not seen this video themselves yet. So probably check back in about an hour because it normally takes me twice as long as it normally takes to watch a video when I'm pausing it all the time, you know? Work smarter, not harder, Scrooge McDuck. That's right. That's absolutely right. And that's right, Vodrella. Yes, please give me money. I'm doing my job right now. Please consider subbing off Twitch with the sub off Twitch command in the chat. We are very, very close to hitting the halfway goal. We just need 165 pounds quids to pop up. Yeah, no worries, honestly, Ralwat, that's fine. Thank you for the follow. We probably need, like, I don't know, 60, 70 quid or something like 75 quid or something like that in this stream, and then 75 quid on Monday's stream in order to unlock the double feature movie night where we're going to be watching Pumpkinhead and RoboCop. So please consider subbing off Twitch if you're financially capable. If not, I will accept a Filthy Prime subscription. Yes, I will be accepting Prime subscriptions, 100%. If you aren't financially capable of supporting the stream, that's fine. You don't need to give me an excuse. I'm not looking for excuses or anything like that. Just retweet my go live tweet. Sorry, I've got loads of Twitter notifications because I was posting today. Sadly today, chat, sadly, I was posting and now I can't find my go live. I can't find my go live tweet. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. There it is. You could just retweet this. Strong Comrade Mule has fallen. Yeah, I have fallen. Yeah, the mule has fallen. The DJ has fallen. You know? So there you go. You can just retweet the go live tweet and that will also help me as well. And yeah, see you in a bit, Emmy. All right, here we are, chat. It's fuck work. We're talking about fucking work right off and how it is a grift. Don't forget to support Thought Slime. We love our Mildred. She's fucking great. Mildred, Thought Slime, whatever you want to call her. Well, just call her those three things, I guess. Get the video playing in a muted tab next to the stream, alongside the stream. Mute it up and like, subscribe, share the video. You know the score. Let's resume. We're literally right here. We were literally talking about how machinery and the advent of machinery was supposed to bring about a lot more free time for peasants and working people. But it just didn't do that because capitalism happened. So here it is.
Is for them to wait until the slave owners are not around and then find a way to kill them all.
Mildred has, for the longest time that I know, gone by any pronouns. I'm using she because that's the pronouns that I want to use for her. So there you go.
Kill them all and free yourself. Turns out
you could do whatever you want. You can mix it up. You could say it. You could be J, Jem, it, you know, he, they, whatever you want.
Out of that, the natural inclination towards wanting to kill your oppressor had oppressors pretty freaked out, and their solution was predictable. Why don't we just oppress people hard enough that they won't have the time or energy to revolt? Now, of course, the dream would be to get those people to oppress themselves, to believe that it would be in their own self-interest to participate wholeheartedly with their own oppression. That way, not only are they doing
Hey, Echo Baz, what's going on?
You, they're even doing the work of making themselves do that. Coincidentally, this was shortly after the Reformation, so a lot of people were struggling with a whole lot of new religious ideas. See, for centuries, people believed that the Catholic Church ensured that all devoted flock members would get into heaven and chill with God. But without that earthly authority, the path to heaven was less clear. And some Protestants began to think that since God knows everything in advance, he's already chosen who's going to go into heaven and who's not. So it became really important to let everyone know that you're like super chill with God.
Here's that fucking Protestant work ethic that we were talking about yesterday.
And you're doing all this stuff to get into heaven, so you're not viewed as a great big sin lord. People really wanted to prove they were predestined for heaven. And how do you prove that God likes you? surely, if God controls everything, the people he likes would get a lot of cool stuff. So, if
Yeah,
you have
you
a
can
lot
faith
of wealth and
fair.
success, God must like you, right? He let you have a bunch of stuff. You gotta be on the heaven list, baby.
Prosperity gospel bullshit as well, right?
So you better do everything within your power to get that paper. Just work around the clock. Actually, devoting yourself to your work, if you think about it, about it, is kind of like devoting yourself to God, because God wants you to do stuff that helps people, and the work you do is useful, and that means it helps people, so God must fucking love that shit. The owning class got really into this idea. And if you're not spending your time doing the thing God likes, then you're just going to spend your time sinning. If you've ever heard the expression idle hands or the devil's plaything,
right,
that means
Ludo.
you'll jerk off if you're not working. And old-timey people hated jerking off, so that was scary to them. Thus, morally upstanding people who never jerked off are hard workers. They are rewarded by God for their virtue with wealth and success, and by the transitive property, we can assume that anyone who is wealthy and successful is therefore a hard worker. And also, anyone...
So you can see, right, how these ancient, and they are ancient ideas about work are still used as excuses to make people basically partake in exploitative labor nowadays, right? It's all a fucking lie. It's literally all of a lie. You know, unplug yourself from the matrix and realize that this system actually doesn't need you to go and work in a call center for 40 hours a week. That's nonsense. In fact, we could feed everybody in the world 3 times over with machines doing farming, like automated farming. Like it's literally possible to do automated farming, you know? Automated production, workers owning the means of production. It's just that what has happened is a few fucking tenacious piece of shit individuals took advantage of these old, work ethic ideas, this white colonial settler Protestant work ethic, and subjugated everybody with it.
Anyone who is not wealthy or successful is lazy. Lazy people are driven to sin and ruin, becoming drunks, layabouts, and worst of all, sexually normal. Furthermore, that means that if an individual or group is poor, or immoral in your view, it is morally incumbent on you to put them to work. See, you're helping them, because hard work will transform their moral character and allow them to become fully functional members of society on your terms. And the fact that you just so happen to profit enormously from their labor is just a lucky coincidence.
Oh, that's just a happy coincidence, you know? You're just getting rewarded for doing what God wants you to do, which is keep his flock in order, you know? God needs your help. Even though, omnipotent, all-knowing, all-powerful, I guess omnipotent implies that. And literally just God needs your help. God actually just need your help, right? I've got an idea. What if productivity, right. Yeah, you should thank me for whipping you, really, right? Yeah. This is it. I'm saving your soul. Instead, what happens is Nestle gets subsidized by the EU so hard they sell their shit in, for example, Ivory Coast. Ivory costs so cheap that local farmers can't sell their stuff. Yeah, it's fucked.
You're helping them get into heaven, so they should be thanking you. Hey, guess what? Guess what, everybody? You know who's poor and thus needs to be put to work? All of the people whose land and stuff, and in a lot of cases, their bodies, we stole. If you think about it, the kindest thing we could do for them is to get them to do a bunch of free work for us. Because they're poor because we took everything from them. Now, sure, we could give their land and stuff and humanity back, but as poors, they lack the moral character to take advantage of those things. They'll simply squander it all in the pleasures of the flesh, and once again be left with nothing. So what we should do, the moral thing to do, the godly thing to do, would be to teach them how much it rules to work for us. And once they learn to do that and do the work the way we like it, we double Dutch promise we're going to treat them real good after that.
Definitely.
The idea that whitos had to civilize others by exploiting them was called the white man's burden. Because did you ever stop to consider how hard it is for us to get all of this free shit? How burdensome it is for us? Fuck you, Rudyard Kipling. I'm not afraid to say fuck you.
Wait, was that fucking Rudyard Kipling that made that illustration? Also some racism in here. Did not know about that. Apologies for people who weren't prepared for that image. But there you go.
Kipling. And this brings us back at last to the 21st century. More or less, that's how things have shaken out. We're stuck with this idea that in order to maintain a power structure which privileges white men...
I'm productive in between my flesh pleasuring. Yeah, me too, you know? Me too, yeah. I like to, like, you know, write a bit of script and then have a big bust, you know? Yeah, we love the term whitos, yeah. We also love the term sun dodgers, which was given to us by foreign man in a foreign land the other week. Very funny. I'm loving sun dodgers, to be honest. Something that I'm particularly bad at as a sun dodger, personally. As you can see, I got fucking burnt. Oh, hey, Mildo, what's going on? Welcome in. Also, I don't know if you know, chat, but our wonderful Thought Slime is here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Thought Slime. Please go and show us some love. I hope you're doing great. We are very much enjoying your video, and I very much agree with everything. And yeah, like, I guess that is something that I learned today. Rudyard Kipling coined the term white man's burden. What a fucking dickhead. What a fucking knob.
Everybody's got to work their little tits off. You might think a lot has changed, but in the 1980s, a powerful lich seized control of the crown of the serpent and became president of the United States. His name was Gorlock.
Oh, fuck Ronald Reagan.
Human alias of Ronald Reagan.
I was watching The Simpsons. I was watching The Simpsons the other day, and like there's an episode where just like Henry Kissinger is in it. Not like, I don't think he did the voice acting. I don't think actually he was in the show, but literally there's just an episode where Kissinger's in it, and he like drops his glasses in the toilet. Homer finds them and starts wearing them and shit. And then like on the news later, it's like Henry Kissinger was hospitalized from walking into a wall, which was very funny. It wouldn't be funny if anyone else did that. As a visually impaired person myself, it would suck if anyone that mattered did that. But the fact that it was Henry Kissinger was very funny. So there you go. I'm the only one brave enough to criticize him for it. Well done, Mildo. Well done.
Reagan. He
Proud of you.
popularized the image of a welfare queen, a not so subtly racially coded stereotype for somebody who, rather than do an honest day's work, chooses instead to rely on government handouts. This deliberately harkens back to previously established stereotypes about black people being so lazy that they don't even want to do any of the cool slave labor we're trying to make them do under penalty of death. Slaves who ran away from being tortured into doing free labor for monsters were diagnosed with an imaginary mental illness called drapetomania.
What the fuck?
This was seen as evidence of the supposed laziness inherent to black people's character.
And you see like so much of this. You know what I saw today? And this was like another fucking, you know, like honestly, I wish that Joe Rogan guy was still like in the chat, but like never said that he watches Joe Rogan and just kind of learned why Joe Rogan was bad. Because if he was still here, we could show him this. This is something that I saw today, posted by Chill Goblin. It was Escaped Slave Mania. Yeah, and there's like other shit like this that like has sort of, I guess, just like bled into popular white supremacist talking points. Chill Goblin was asking like who were the most problematic people that Joe Rogan had on his podcast, and I've lost it. I've lost the. Wait, what the fuck? Did he delete the thread? Oh, I think he deleted the thread. Wait, what the fuck? I think I've missed it. But basically, there was a guy on Joe Rogan called Chuck Johnson, and I don't know who Chuck Johnson is, but basically, oh no, here we go. I found it. It's literally the second tweet down. This is what it's like when you take a break from Twitter. You have literally no idea. literally no idea how it works anymore. Yeah, this guy, not Chuck, yeah, Charles C. Johnson, Chuck Johnson. This guy went on, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's just literally here like, whoa, fascinating, dude, fascinating. Content warning for like extreme racism.
OA gene, which is like, there's this whole debate about the MAOA gene, which is like this gene that black Africans have.
Black Africans have a new gene. Like they just have like a gene that white guys just don't have, and Asian people, white people, new gene.
It's like a proclivity to violence that they have.
MAOA gene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joe Rogan is here just absolutely fucking zooted. Absolutely fucking zooted out of his mind, just like MAOG gene. Whoa, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey, you ever see a chimp on DMT? Hasn't he basically platformed eugenicists? Joe Rogan has platformed eugenicists, transphobes, pseudoscience, holistic doctors, like, pretend doctors that aren't real doctors, conspiracy theorists, neo-Nazis, incels, like, you fucking name it. You fucking name it. Joe is really bad PR for smoking weed. Look, like... I'm not saying that if you, like, smoke weed, as, like, a guy who smoked weed for, like, a long time, I'm not saying that if you smoke weed, it will make you like Joe Rogan, but, if you are a guy like Joe Rogan and you smoke weed, maybe you will end up being like Joe Rogan. Because, like, a lot of guys that I used to hang out with that, like, did MMA, even though I did MMA, but they just weren't ready to sort of, like... They just weren't cool enough, They just weren't, like, left-wing enough. That's all it was. And they ended up, like, exactly like Joe Rogan, being like, yeah, both sides are good, like, blah, 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 BJJ, MMA, smoke fucking spliffs. One of the funniest things that happened, actually, with my group of friends that did that back in the day, is that they all wanted to do mushrooms. And I've done mushrooms my entire life. I've done magic mushrooms my entire life, and I'm surprised that I forgot this story. I might have even told this story when we had that chat, Mildred, with Sophie, but I can't remember. It was a while ago. But they wanted to take mushrooms, and so we all got a bunch of mushrooms, and there were lots of different types of mushrooms. And one thing that you should know about different types of mushrooms is that they will give you a sort of different type of high sometimes. Like, if you take like a Thai magic mushroom, like alongside a Mexican magic mushroom, it's going to be a slightly different trip in a slightly different way. And especially if you do like a lot of it. And these guys who'd never really done magic mushrooms that much before were like, right, we're going to take 5 solid grams, 5 dried grams, the heroic dose that Terence McKenna said you should only do if you're really, really, really ready to, like, break the boundaries of your brain and maybe, like, I don't know, not come back the same. And they, like, chopped all these different types of shrooms up, blended them all up, so they're all mixed together, and they, like, twatted these fucking shrooms. And then later, like, after that, they just never did shrooms again. They were like, no, shrooms are the worst thing ever. We should never, ever do them again. And that's what I mean when I say to you, when I try and explain to people, if you're going to do magic mushrooms, don't just fuck around, because you will find out. Like, you will fucking find out. I remember one of them saying to me, like, yeah, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what my job was. I was terrified, couldn't handle it. Yeah, I think my brain has changed and I'll never be the same again. So, anyway, little mushroom stunlock there from Joe Rogan, but anyway, there you go. Hey, Sorka, what's going on? Welcome in. Who needs Joe Rogan? In my day, we just went to Keith's house and his brother talked about the same thing in his mum's garage loft and had the courtesy to be lit with backlights. Yeah, it's like that tweet. Everybody's got like a hot couch friend who's got an older brother, right?
Later, Richos used these same stereotypes to sow division between freed slaves and white indentured servants, whose economic interests would otherwise tend to overlap. The language around this often mirrors the dehumanizing way that people talk about drug users. Drugs are a thing you need.
Oh! Look at that. It's almost like I knew what was going to happen. I've not pre-watched this video. No, I've not pre-watched this.
Money to buy. Patreon.com/thoughtslime if you think I should get the good drugs. They often prevent you from working and are considered a destructive, indulgent habit. Likewise, in this rhetoric, people become dependent on entitlements. The only way to get them to straighten up is to make them quit cold turkey, get it out of their systems. To do anything else is just handing them a crutch, which robs them of their dignity and self-determination. See,
right,
any
Drake.
solution which requires assistance means that the person doesn't learn to solve the problem when that assistance is not present, thus trapping them in permanent dependence forever. So the logic goes. It's like putting training wheels on a bicycle. You're never going to learn to ride a bicycle, except every child that's ever used training wheels absolutely did. To be nice, to be kind, to do the thing that the people need, we have to teach them to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
That's right, chat.
Which originally was meant to parody this exact idea, because you physically cannot do that. It defies the laws of physics.
You'll fall over.
That this approach does not work for drug users or anyone that needs help with anything.
There's got to be a video of someone trying to do that. Hold up. There's got, like, dudes rock, right? Like, dudes rock. Guy tries to pull himself up by his own bootstraps. Like, someone has to have actually tried that. Someone actually has to have tried that. Like, why is there just not, like, a shaky video of, you know what I mean? Oh, wait, is this it? It's on Reddit. Pull yourself up while standing in bucket. This is good. This is good. This is already good. There's no sound to this. The challenge for $20. Jordan. Pick up the bucket and lift your own body weight. I want to see the TikTok. I want to see the TikTok of oh my god, this guy injured his back? Dude, come on. Oh my god, how do you not understand? I really, like, I'm desperate for the buckets to just, like, break. Oh, that's great. That's fucking great. That's fucking great. Phenomenal. But I literally want to see, because I imagine if someone tried to, oh, Johnny's got a video. What's this? You're using pull yourself up by your bootstraps wrong. No, this is not what I want to see. No, like, yeah, that's a short video of, like, basically what Thought Slime is trying to say here, but, like, you know.
Surprise, surprise, very seldomly can a problem be solved by not solving it. If drug users who struggle with addiction could just not do drugs and be fine, they would do that.
That's right, Ludo. It's almost like Mildo's super bass.
Do the drugs, they would simply stop doing them. They can't. That is the entire reason it is a problem. The reality is, of course, sometimes people need help with things. That's common fucking sense. To go back to the metaphor of a crutch, if you're using a crutch, you probably need it, like your leg is broken or something.
Right.
Your leg will get a lot worse if you try and use it without the crutch. Boy, all of the metaphors people use to shit on poor people are terrible, if you think about them for even a second. But it is necessary for Gorlock and the demons he works with to slander government assistance of any kind because it makes workers less desperate. Naturally, people like the idea that if you lose your job, you don't starve to death on the street. But if you're trying to get someone to work for really shitty wages and shitty conditions, well, that threat of starvation is a powerful motivator.
It's almost like the state uses violence to control us, but it's not a violence that happens when a punch hits a face. It's almost like the violence that happens is implied and very slow and painful and drawn out and, in fact, you know, horrific in very many ways. And it's almost like it's very, you know, subtle, the threat of that violence, because no one ever says it out loud. You know, like the guy, like the CEO that we saw earlier, who was terrified about everybody getting together and choosing to cancel their direct debits for their energy supply. The threat that he made was, oh, it will be very bad for you. It will be very bad for you. You need to just, if you're struggling with your bills, you just need to speak to your energy provider and ask them to help you and maybe get some debt advice as well and also a loan. Right? You know, he's not going to say it out loud. He's not going to say like, oh, well, we'll put you in debt. Then you can't get a mortgage and you're fucked and all that shit. Then you'll be so depressed with the fact that you have to rent your entire life. And, you know, rents keep going up. And if rent keeps going up, then, well, you know, you'll get made homeless eventually because you'll get evicted because you can't fucking afford to pay the rent and then you will die. You know? They don't say it out loud. They just imply it.
It's May of 2024. I'm in a tuxedo and I seem to have filled my underpants with chia seed pudding. I do not understand why.
I do this all the
Now,
time.
here's a question you might not have considered. How is it that we have unemployed people at all? Don't you think that if there's someone who wants a job and is capable of doing that job, and we live in an economy where if they do not have a job, they don't get any food, and there are other people doing that job whose workloads are too difficult or demanding, they should just get part of that person's job. Then the other person doesn't have to do as much, and everybody wins. Isn't it?
This is fucking great because this is also in the game A Bewitching Revolution that we played on Red Planet. And basically what it says, which is absolutely fact, is that unemployment is something that is manufactured in order to scare people into needing a job, right? Into like going, yeah, you need this job, you know? And so don't lose it. Don't ever lose your job. You have to fight for this job and you have to betray your fellow human in order to keep this job and to get promoted and earn more money, right? So unemployment is a manufactured thing in order to scare people into working for nothing. But then the jobs that most people do, as I think Mildred already said in last night's half of the video, the jobs that people do are like bullshit. 80% of jobs in the world, I think that's the number that Graeber gives, or like maybe Graeber gives a lesser number, but most people think it's more than that. 80% of jobs in the world are bullshit jobs. Like, we don't need to do them. Oh, it's coming. Oh, you know what? It's almost like us lefties are pretty switched on, innit? You know what I mean? It's almost like great minds think alike. I don't know.
Weird that there's a lot of things that need to get
85%,
done. Roads
right.
that need repairs, children that need daycare, and a whole host of simple tasks that virtually anybody could do or be taught to do relatively quickly. And we have thousands, millions of people just sitting around, unable to participate in the world, because we treat getting to work as a reward for good behavior. If you don't accept the terms of your employment as dictated to you by the owning class, then fuck you. You'll just be unemployed.
Right.
Your bargaining position is deliberately kept weak by maintaining a class of people who are kept poor and desperate. You will accept the shitty working conditions on offer because if you don't, it can always get worse for you. You could be like them. But thanks to the internet, employers have found ways to exploit even the people who are unemployed.
Oh
The gig
God,
economy
yeah,
forces
fucking
people
hell.
into an informal employment where they can be just as exploited as an employee without any of the protections.
No 0 hours contracts in the UK. This is why most left-wing politicians go hard against 0 hour contracts, right? And most left-wingers are against it anyway. Because a 0 hour contract is exactly what it sounds like. If you sign a 0 hour contract with a company, it means that they are not entitled to give you any work whatsoever. They could just call you in at the drop of a hat and be like, hey, I don't know if you had any plans today, but you shouldn't have made those plans, because that's what an idiot does when they're on a 0 hour contract, because you're not allowed to have a life and I need you right now. You gotta come right now. Come right now to the job that I need you for. This is what you signed up for. It's fucked. It's so fucked. And then not to mention, I think, generally speaking, when people talk about the gig economy. It's stuff like Uber. It's stuff like Deliveroo as well. You know, where you like decide your own hours, but you know, it's based on whether you can like pick up a job fast enough and shit like that. You know, it's really, 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 really fucked. Really, really, really fucked.
To which an employee might be entitled. No sick days, no insurance, no overtime, no health and safety regulations, no minimum wage. That also means that even if you have a job, hell, even if you have 2 jobs, you can spend what little free time remains working around the clock, on demand, work delivered right to your phone. Welcome to the future. And guess what? Lots of opportunities, because there's always going to be more and more of this precarious menial work, because for some reason, nobody has time to cook or clean or drive themselves anywhere. I wonder why that is. All of this work we're doing, a lot of it, maybe most of it, is pointless. Just a small blip in an enormous balance sheet for an out-of-control money-guzzling corporation, or mean-spirited drudgery that everyone requires but chooses not to respect, because obviously, if it was worth respecting, they'd get paid more. And they don't get paid more because it's not worth respecting. It's a snake sucking its own dick forever. Now, we on the left tend to be pretty good at recognizing that people deserve to be compensated better for their work, but we tend to be pretty bad at even broaching the question of whether or not it is necessary for us to work so hard in the first place, whether or not it is necessary that we maintain the absurd, destructive overproduction standards to which we are accustomed. Now understand that when I say this, I do not mean depriving ourselves. I don't mean austerity. I don't want to live in a world without the occasional frivolous toy. I like toys and tchotchkes and candies and all of that shit.
What's a tchotchke? What's that? Tchotchke. What the fuck is that? A small object that is decorative rather than strictly functional. Yeah, okay, based. I like a tchotchke. A little gewgaw. Thank you for elaborating on that. Appreciate that.
When I say we do something about the overproduction we are accustomed
tiny little bingus, you know?
To, I do not mean that we should all learn to make
a glass dog that your nan keeps dusting.
Absolute bare minimum. In most of the
ways,
I don't even think it means that the average person has to make do.
In French, we call those bibelots or bibelot, le bibelot. I fucking love that shit. I love that shit.
With less. I believe, and I think the evidence bears this out, that if you took the work that was necessary for everyone to live a pretty sweet life, divided that work equally amongst everyone who was capable of doing it, the resultant average workload would be way smaller than the one we put up with now, for 2 main reasons. Firstly, the bulk of the work we do now is designed to do absolutely nothing worthwhile.
That's right, chat.
Line the pockets of a few rich ghouls.
Like, generally speaking, most people's jobs are selling things to other people, right? So it's all based on commerce and the commodification of stuff. So if nothing was commodified, which would be the best way to run society, then all those jobs would go. So no call centers, no retail jobs. You know, you walk into H&M and someone doesn't try and fuck it. It's not even called H&M. It's just like the clothes place, right? Where you get clothes, right? And you don't get like a person coming up to you saying, that skirt's really good, and you know what will work well on you as well? This £500 blazer, like you should get that as well. I'm taking advantage of you because you are clearly shopping, you know, with a means to buy stuff, and I'm depending on your suggestibility in order to upsell you on something you definitely don't need, and that's the only function of my job in this world. The clothes dispensary, that's right, Survived, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Even the work that does need to be done is done in fucked up, inefficient ways for ghoul money. I think we can all agree that we need clothing.
Yep.
Even if you like to be fully nude, rolling around in the mud, sometimes it's cold and you gotta cover up the goods. No economy will ever overcome the need for clothes. We could just...
Listen, I literally considered streaming without a top on today. It's so fucking warm. This is like the only day where I'm like, oh my god, it's so warm. But then I thought, no, I'm not gonna get my nips out if my femme presenting friends can't get their nips out either. So, you know what I mean? I don't think it's right to do that. I'm standing in solidarity. Hello, Stuffed Alpaca. What's going on? Welcome in. When I worked at Payless, I was trained to try and upsell people's socks. I never did that because if they need socks, they'll get socks. I'm not gonna... No. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad as fuck. It's like 26 degrees, which is a lot for Scotland. Yeah, it's 30 down here. 30 down here. Coulda worn pasties. You know what? Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah. I wish it was warm. It's so hot here. Yeah, fucking... Yeah, it is hot. It is actually hot. The patriarchy has denied you mule nipples. That's correct. You know, think about that. Think about that the next time you want to go anti-feminist.
Estimate how much clothing
which my chat does on a regular basis.
we need, then make a bunch of quality clothes so that everybody can
Oh
have
god.
clothes. That would be the obvious thing to do. That would be the most efficient thing to do. But it's not the most profitable thing to do. A
Right.
more profitable solution might be
What the fuck? I've not pre-watched this video. Mildo, get out of my brain. Or maybe I should get out of your brain. What's happening? What's happening? Why did you actually use H&M? This is fucked. I swear to God, I've not pre-watched this. I've legit not pre-watched this. Is it just because H&M is the known place where it's like the worst? It's just the worst place for clothes. We've mind melded leftist hive mind.
Shitty clothes. This has a lot of benefits for you. People's
What
clothes
the
fall
fuck?
apart, which means they gotta buy more. And the huge margins you're making mean you can afford to make way more clothes than you're actually intending to sell. And it's not gonna eat into your profits much, if at all. So that means you can make all sorts of styles and colors and to make sure you're selling the absolute maximum that consumer demand will allow.
Right.
And anything that doesn't get sold, you can just throw away. Of course, in order to do that, you're creating an enormous demand for
It is a terrible company,
People
yeah.
have to sort the extra clothes, ship the extra clothes, sell them, dispose of them, and actually destroy them so that nobody tries to get free clothes that you're throwing away, then bring those clothes to landfills, manage those landfills. The most laborious part, of course, would be
That's right,
making the
Augie.
clothes. So you have people do that in a country where they don't have to pay people as much or keep them as safe, which also means you're incentivized to lobby that country's government to keep wages down and working conditions worse. And I'm not even going to get into the environmental costs.
Like, also, like, that is kind of the function of the IMF as well. The function of the IMF is to prevent communism. But it also, like, you know, the statement that the IMF gives to imperial periphery countries is, you know, have a government that we approve of. And it's for multiple reasons. It's not just so that capitalism is maintained, you know, Western imperialist capitalism, but also that they can lobby them more effectively to export labor there, right? Or is it importing labor or exporting labor or whatever? I don't know what the actual, you know, correct term is, but you know what I'm saying, right?
This is a video about us working too hard, not how the work we're doing is also killing the earth, which is another problem. And the second reason that I think the evidence bears out my ideas about hard work is that the ghouls do absolutely jack shit, a big fat zilch, and yet they have an alarming amount of all of our money and stuff. Way more than enough to go around. During the COVID-19 pandemic, billionaires, that's people with over $1 billion human dollars, saw a 42% increase in their wealth, and now they alone account for 14% of global GDP. Right now, just 10 of the world's
Outsource labor
richest men
needs,
have
that's
as much
right,
money
yeah.
as 40% of the global population. That's 3.2 billion people. To put that number in perspective, if all of those people were in a room, that'd be a fucked up room.
True.
Concurrent with this alarming growth is the greatest increase in extreme poverty in 20 years. Also, projected increases in the cost of food at about 36% and energy at 50%. Hey, weird coincidence, but the food and energy sector are seeing record profits.
Again, chat, again. If you're in fucking Britain, don't pay. Don't pay, don't pay, don't pay. Don't fucking pay. Don't pay.uk. Just get involved. At Don't Pay UK on Twitter, on Instagram. You know, like this is the shit that gets shit done. This is the action that gets shit done. You know? We saw how earlier in the stream, we saw how energy company CEO, whatever the fuck his name was, Thomas fucking John Fuck, responded to the Don't Pay campaign, and he said, you better not do it, you better not do it, otherwise the entire class will have to stay behind. If you misbehave, the entire class will have to stay behind and do extra homework. But the extra homework is you starve or you freeze. So don't do that. Like, he is shitting himself. He is actually shitting himself with the Don't Pay campaign. Please, please, please support it. Please, please, please get behind it. Share it. You know, tell your friends, tell your family, all that fucking shit. It's incredibly important. It will get results if everybody does it. It will, because that's, you know, that's how these nerds operate. They operate on profit. Like, and if their profits get taken away, that fucking hurts them.
Do you see how these problems?
There it is. JMM's got the link in the chat. I think
go on like this, but I think I've made my point that our economy is not organized rationally. If the goal is to do the most good. If the goal is to funnel all the money directly into Jeff Bezos' open maw, then yeah, we're going about that in a pretty rational way. But I don't think that should be our goal, because Jeff Bezos can't even eat money. Like, if we have 10 guys, and they are all guys, with as much money as half of people, if we just didn't let them have that, then half of people could have more, twice as much. I struggle to convey the absurdity of this. It is unthinkably, unimaginably cruel and pointless. For real, how much stuff are we gonna let them have? They have so much. They don't need anything more. And half of people need lots of stuff. Shoes, eggs, toilet paper, sunscreen, etc. Economist Larry Summers recently argued to President Joe Biden that the United States needs to attempt to maintain...
What?
Larry Summers recently argued to President...
Okay, let's move on.
Joe Biden that the United States needs to attempt to maintain a 6% unemployment rate to curb inflation.
Ludo, thank you so much for the 2 months of Prime. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Chat, I'm doing my job right now. Give me money, give me money, give me money. Streamlabs.com/djmuel/tip. Yeah. Yeah. He's looking healthy there. He is looking healthy there. Absolutely. Is that the Danish swamp person?
The problem of a rising cost of living that our leaders, by which I mean the leaders of the global economic hegemony, I myself am not American, are willing to hear out, is one that places the onus on the people struggling to meet the cost of living, rather than the people making record profits raising the cost of living. At least 60% of inflation can be chalked up directly to rising corporate profits specifically. So obviously...
That's Dark Brandon. That's right, Drakeson. That's Dark Brandon. Yeah.
The solution here is to artificially lower demand by making more people poor so that prices fall. We're saved. Now we can't afford cheap stuff instead of not being able to afford expensive stuff. I digress. This was a bit of a tangent, but I couldn't justify cutting it after leaving the stuff about punctuation marks. I need an editor. One of the alleged virtues of capitalism is its efficiency.
That's a mood.
Doo-doo dum-dums will argue that if people are allowed to follow their own rational self-interest, naturally, they don't waste any money on things they don't need. Because why would you employ someone to do a job that doesn't need to get done? You could just save the money and just have more money. However, all that's required for an inefficiency to exist within a capitalist enterprise is for whoever calls the shots to believe it is necessary. That's not a problem unique to capitalism, of course, but what is unique is the belief that capitalism exclusively is the only system where this is impossible. Capitalism is meant to be immune to human error, because in aggregate, the market will just correct any mistakes that our fleshy meat brains make. Economists tend to overlook that people are not all-knowing gods. I am, right now. That's the bit I'm doing for this video. But nobody is in real life. The idea that people will always follow their rational self-interest relies on them having the omnipotent knowledge of what that is. Easy mistake for economists to make, because they do believe that about themselves. Don't ever argue with an economist, by the way. It's like arguing with someone who's really into astrology, except that economists cause actual problems in the world and don't have good drugs.
Based. Absolutely. The economy's not real. It doesn't exist. Show me the economy. Bring it to me. Show it to me. It's not real.
Economists log off. Sometimes it's because of the big company's departments not communicating with one another. Sometimes it's just because of inertia. There's just always been that job, so people assume that it's necessary.
Right.
Sometimes it's part of some absurd workaround to compensate for a problem somewhere else in the business. So our perfect, rational, finely tuned machine of an economy is full of people whose work is not simply useless on the basis that it only benefits Elon Musk, but useless even from their employer's selfish perspective. People whose jobs benefit absolutely no one, least of all themselves.
What do you call an economist with a prediction? Incorrect. Good one, Mr. Dank.
In Bullshit Jobs, David Graeber estimates that upwards of 40% of the workforce finds themselves in such a position.
40% of the workforce. It is more like fucking 80. I guarantee it.
And while I think that number is perhaps a little overeager, it's difficult for me to deny, anecdotally speaking, that it's not a big problem, because I've certainly worked jobs like that, and everyone I know has too. And it's not good for your mental health. There's the anxiety of your employer suddenly waking up one day and realizing they don't need you. There's the doldrums of spending 40 hours a week doing tedious bullshit. And the spiritual loss of knowing just how much of your precious, finite lifetime you are sacrificing to something that simply does not need to be done. Worse than that, the usefulness of a job and the way it is compensated are not correlated in the way one might expect. The people who are rewarded most highly in our economy,
that's the restrictive number,
whose jobs are at best unnecessary but nice to have, like athletes and entertainers, and at worst actively harmful, like CEOs or arms dealers. Incredibly important jobs, specialized, difficult jobs we all agree we need people doing: teachers, nurses, airplane pilots, social.
Orange, thank you so much for the £5. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. And thank you so much for the support.
Workers often pay extremely poorly. Graeber argues that the job satisfaction of being allowed to do something that's actually useful is treated as though it itself is compensation. You're passionate about your work, and you get to make a difference, and you expect to get paid too. Don't be so entitled.
Right, this is the fucking kicker. All the time, right? All the fucking time. Like Twitch streamers, like, you know, YouTubers and shit like that get this shit. Like, they get called entitled for wanting money and shit. And it's like, I just don't think people really understand how much mental energy goes into doing a stream. Like, you have to be on 100% of the time. You cannot, you know, miss a trick in chat, especially if you want to have, like, you know, a nice community that's safe for everybody, right? You can't miss a fucking trick. And yeah, baristas can be replaced by machines. Yeah, they definitely can, Johnny. Yeah, 100%. And like, this is the thing. It's like, you know, and you get this with artists. Like, if you're an artist, you will get told all the time, oh, you've got to work your way up. You've got to do stuff for exposure first. Then people know who you are. You got to do stuff for, you know, literally freelance. Any job that, like, everybody wants. It's like trying to get into it. It just sucks. It so sucks. Difference between a CEO and an arm dealer: one live off human misery and perpetuate systems for which death is a necessary component. The other sells guns to the first. Right, exactly. Yeah, exposure culture for artists, it just sucks so much. It sucks so much. When I was doing videography full time, I got completely shafted by this one person that was basically like, listen, we're a big artist. I'm not going to say who it was because it's just not even fucking worth it. They weren't a big artist. They were big in the 90s, and they had literally no presence nowadays. It's like, you know, a one-hit wonder band. And they were like, we can only afford to pay you like 2/3 of what you normally ask for. And actually, it's not because we can't afford it. It's actually just because, like, that's our budget and that's how much working for us is worth. And it's not. It's not. Like, you know, even though they're, like, not that big, the agency that was part of this deal, like, definitely could have afforded more. And it was just so ridiculous. Like, I did the job that they wanted, literally did the job to the letter of what they asked for in the brief, and then they kept asking for like more and more amendments, and I was like, no, sorry, you need to pay me more. And they were like, we can't do that, you've not done the job, and it was just like, it's bollocks, it's bollocks. And I just ended up fucking them off. Literally just ended up fucking them off. Keeping a safe community is a very underrated task. So many leftists go for the debate grift they don't even know that they're exposing their communities to. Well, I think a lot of them know, they just don't care. Or they've convinced themselves that it's fine somehow, you know? I don't even think it's that they don't know. I just think they think that they are like, you know, they got the brainworms. That's what it is, chat. They got the brainworms.
How many people do you know that wanted to be a musician?
Fashion industry,
but
the same.
were discouraged because being a musician doesn't pay well enough.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Literally what I was talking about like 2 weeks ago. You know? Literally what I was talking about 2 weeks ago. Or maybe a week ago. I don't know.
Would you say that whatever job they went on to do is more important in your life than music? We all like music, and we all agree we want a lot of it.
The mind meld continues. The Mildred meld.
In fintech. They're going to be engineers designing redundant security
Hell yeah,
systems
Cynthia.
to prevent the theft of Goldman Sachs' digital assets.
Damn.
A real job. In that sense, we are actively discouraged from seeking out meaningful work. Meaningful, necessary work is a luxury that the average person can no longer afford. If you need to do something meaningful in your life, you can do it in your free time, but it's important that you spend at least 1/3 of your life doing some absolute garbage, because that's the responsible way to live. Time is the most important resource that exists. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the physical manifestation of it. You can only do so many things in a human lifetime, and you probably want to do more than you'll actually get to do. Let yourself imagine what you could do with a little extra time.
God damn, I would love so much extra time. I can't even begin to tell you, chat. I can't even begin to tell you. Just like, at the moment, like watching like shitty fucking debate bro videos about like how they definitely didn't do an abuse and how they definitely didn't you know, coerce a fan into you know, an extremely abusive scenario and shit like that. It's just, oh god damn it, it's so fucking draining. And I'm like doing that every day, and then I'm streaming as well. And you know, that's kind of why I've been slacking off this week, you know, and I'm not feeling bad about it, because it is like slacking off rules. It kind of hits a bit different when it's like I'm doing this shit because I want to make this content for yous, you know, and I feel like a little bad about slacking off more, because it's like I feel like my work is a bit more important. But anyway, it's just weird how it affects you in different ways, and it's like, god damn, just to like have like an extra day where I'm not doing anything, like just anything, you know, I would just love that.
How many more books would you read? How much more exercise would you get? How much more quality time would you spend with your loved ones?
That's capitalism talking, right? Yeah.
Get a good night's sleep for once. Take a break, let your mind wander. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Play some of the games in your Steam backlog. Catch up on Better Call Saul. You could do all of it if you.
Yeah, it's recovering. It is, yeah.
And that's a fun name, isn't it? Because if the time away from work is the time where you are free, what are you during work hours?
That's right.
If people tell you that you need to be made to work more hours to live a fulfilling life, what they're really telling you is that you don't know how to live a fulfilling life.
Right.
Left to your own devices, you would waste your time. So instead, you have to let someone else waste it for you. Can you honestly tell me that having more time to do whatever it is you actually want to do sounds like a worse life, a less fulfilling life? If indeed this menial busy work were the most fulfilling thing to do, you could still choose to do that if you wanted to.
That's the right reaction, Mr. Dank. Yeah.
Well, I got good news and bad news. Bad news first, because I want to end on a high note. Right now, you probably don't have a choice but to work as hard as possible. it would be irresponsible of me to tell you that in our current economic model, you should just stop and relax, because the only people who get to stop and relax right now are rich jerks. They don't need to be told not to work hard because they would never do it. Not the way you do.
Yep.
Yes, you. No, I'm talking to you. You. I can hear your thoughts. You're beating yourself up and feeling lazy.
Damn, she's fucking right.
And let me tell you, I see everything. I see you. I see that you're working harder and against greater odds than you realize. Doesn't matter if you have a job or whatever. It's hard enough just to be a person. And in a world where hard work is synonymous with self-worth, sometimes not being able to work as hard as you'd like to do is the most difficult thing there is.
Nothing wrong with that, Baz.
Take it from me, an omnipotent time god. Do what you can and then know that it's enough. Morally speaking, anyway. Materially, it might not be enough, and that's not your fault either. You did not fail. You have been failed. Bummer's over. Here's the good news. You have never been alone with this feeling, and bit by bit, people are waking up to that reality, that there's something fundamentally wrong with the way we are taught to think of work.
Damn straight.
In the incredible intersection of tragedies we find ourselves within, where at once people have been forced home from work and also find themselves able to negotiate for more pay or better conditions, a lot of people are realizing, maybe for the first time, that change for the better is possible.
That's fucking
So many
right.
People began quitting their jobs during the pandemic that bosses immediately shit and pissed directly into their pants. They call it the Great Resignation. And right now, they're desperately trying to play it cool and pretend like, oh, everybody's regretting it, you better not do it. Look at all these think pieces saying everybody regrets it. Too late, cuckpitalists. Cuckpiddle.
Good one.
Got him. So-called labor shortages, in fact, living wage shortages, give labor more bargaining power. And wouldn't you know it, they've seized that opportunity to strike and unionize.
Hell
Throughout
yeah.
the pandemic, there has been a sustained upswing in organized labor, winning battles that would have felt impossible just a few years earlier. Last year, former Labor Secretary of the United States Robert Reich referred to this as a national general strike. It's not, but that's what he said, and he said that's a good thing. And when even liberal doofuses like Bill Clinton's labor secretary are cheering on striking workers and encouraging them to demand better pay and conditions, and that a general strike might be necessary to accomplish that, you know something's up. You know attitudes are changing. As I was writing this, a Starbucks in Alberta voted to become the first to unionize in Canada.
Hell yeah! Oh, I did not know that happened.
Approval for labor unions is at the highest it's been since 1965. Hell,
that's
look at the
fucking
rise in
nuts.
popularity of r/anti-war.
That's fucking crazy.
Became
I
one
love
of the
that
most
shit.
Popular subreddits. While they don't lean quite as left as I and probably most of you might like, and maybe they should look into some of the anti-work theory that they were meant to be discussing on that subreddit instead of just not doing that. It's still pretty fucking encouraging that such a massive swell of people have come to the realization that their jobs aren't the problem, jobs are the problem.
That's right.
That they aren't individuals in bad situations, they are within a bad system with bad rules. Change won't happen overnight, but a major shift is occurring in the way that we think about work and its value. For decades, centuries even, people—
Wait, what? They posted an article saying... Wait, who's this? Posted an article saying 25% of people who resigned in the Great Recession regret it? Is that real?
have largely been unwilling—
Obviously, I know that the Great Recession resignation thing is not real, but like, did they actually post that article?
to even discuss working less. It was, and still is to some degree, taboo, because nobody wants to get called lazy. But enough is enough, and people are finally willing to consider taking back our lives from the outdated, exploitative ideology we have shackled ourselves to for so long. The day is coming, my friends, perhaps sooner than you think, when the last thing we work hard to do is to abolish hard work.
Fuck yeah!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go take an exam I didn't study for. Also, no, I'm naked, and now I'm in a play and I don't remember my lines.
Oh,
which is
no.
fine by me, I can't speak anyway because all my teeth fell out. And I'm falling out of a tree! I had the time god dream again. What was I drinking last night?
Is it Jenkum? Oh no.
Oh, this explains
Eyeball
this explains it all
piss. There you
somehow.
go.
Hello and welcome to the Eyeball Zone. Here in the Eyeball Zone, we are hard at work ensorceling small creators whose works doth cry out for eyeballs. Wow, this one was a little footloose and fancy-free, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you prefer some hard...
Yeah, so 75% of them do not regret it, right? Hey, Rob.
Numbies? Some numbies that'll make this all seem more scientific? Well, in Kropotkin Rising Revengeance, also wasted work, Sonder Studios pretends to do exactly that. He pretends to calculate the work...
Oh, she didn't say it. It's eyeball piss. Oh, satirical. How are you doing? Thank you for the 15 months of Prime Gaming. What's going on?
Workload the average person would need to do in order to keep humanity afloat.
Oh, it was Bloomberg? Right.
The standard of living that your average American gets now. I say pretends to because, of course, that is absurd. It's all facetious. It's mainly just a thought exercise to think about wasted work. It's less so an attempt to actually do this, as it would be perhaps more difficult than one could reasonably expect someone to do in a single YouTube video. Nonetheless, there are some hard, factual numbies in this one. You're looking for numbies? You got them, baby. It's all based on the philosophy of some guy named Penis Crocodile.
That's
Never
right.
heard of him, but he's got a big, bushy beard. But around here...
Wait, me?
Thanks.
Is Mildred talking about me?
Wee from the eye socket.
That's right, Johnny. Thank you for the 200. Thanks for the 200 bits.
Here, we've got 2 eyeballs, which means that we have room for 2 victims. Victims, because we're evil. The eyeball zone is evil. I don't know if I've ever clarified that. It's an evil organization. In Autogynephilia and the Sexualization of Trans Women, Abby Love goes over the history of some pretty fucked attitudes towards the trans experience. Namely, that it's all one big sex fetish, not unlike, I don't know, off the top of my head, sitting on a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
I remember that one.
Shockingly prevalent opinion is all the product of one cis dude just like making a guess.
Wow.
Making a guess at what trans people are. Just like, I bet they're this, and then sticking to that guess long after the evidence discredited it. Discredited it. Wouldn't eyeball piss just be tears?
It would just be
crying,
tears.
pissing out your eyes?
It would
Why was
just
it
be
yellow?
tears.
Do you have...
Thank you so much, Mildred, for the video. We love you. We love your content. We love everything that you're about. Gang, please go subscribe, like, comment on Mildred's video. Share it. Show your family. Show your friends. Show your boss, because it'll make him shit himself. Yeah, you know, if you haven't watched it, if you just watched it on the stream with me, play the video in a muted tab, or just stick it on again while you're doing your dishes later on. That's it. That's the end of the video. We made it through, chat. So I literally can't believe that I started. Did I start the stream late today? Started the stream at like what is it? Like 20 past? Yeah, 20 past 7. That sucks. Excuse me. Thank you, Vord. I will hydrate because it is very hot. Thank you, I will. You know what it's time for now, chat? That we've not had in a little while, maybe for about a week, and no one's really spoken about it, and that's fine. Because, you know, it's good when people don't realize that I have not done a thing. We've not looked at a weird little guy for a while. We've literally not looked at a weird little guy for a while. So we're gonna take a look at a weird little guy from the internet. There's so much, honestly, chat. There's so many people. There are so many people that I want to have a look at. So there's 2 videos that I want to check out, right? There's 2 videos that I want to check out. The first one is this. I don't know if this guy is a weird guy. Wait, why did this happen? I didn't want that. Okay. Let me just pause the video when it starts. It's Wood Wizards, guys. That's right. Oh, I see. Chat is trying to drown me. Thank you, Johnny. I'm not gonna double hydrate because that might be dangerous. Can I suggest a short 1-minute video? No. The rules around recommending things to me are not because I don't care what you think. It's because I have ADHD. And if you suggest things to me, if you say, watch this or do this or read this or anything like that, my brain is like, sorry, now you have given me a task and I am not going to do it. It's just because I have ADHD. It's not because I hate you. If you ever want to suggest anything for the stream, then please join the Discord and put it in stream ideas with no additional text. Do not say Muel will really like this, or Muel should watch this, or Muel should watch this on stream. Just drop the link in the stream ideas chat and I will most likely probably like it. Examples of this I have for you that have actually worked and I do want to watch them are as follows. Chaos Merlin stuck a Strange Eons video in there called Have They Aged Badly? And I really want to watch that. And Cynthia Citrus posted a Mia Mulder video in there about detransition. And I want to watch that as well. That is on the watch later list. I think both of them are on the watch later list. In fact, how long is this one? That's 25 videos. Okay, so let's just real quick make sure that this goes in the watch later. Because I think I might have forgotten to put it in there. Anyway, it's in there now. So yeah, just do that. Just do that. Basically, and then I will probably do a thing like that. This also kind of works if you just drop a link in the chat. Sometimes, if you've got like, you know, regular status. If you've got like a regular status in the, you know, in the chat, and like chat just lets you post links, I'll probably just fucking watch that straight away. Especially if you're not like, please watch this or you should watch this. Yeah. Getting you to watch a Mia Mulder video certainly seems like a hard task. I'm a fun. You heard it here first, chat. I am a fun. No, I'm a fan of Mia Mulder, so of course I would watch a Mia video. Especially if it's, you know, just not like being directly recommended to me kind of thing. I am a fun, that's right. That's right, chat. I am a fun. Good for you. Thank you, Wasigan. Thank you. Also, welcome to the stream. How you doing? So listen, chat. We're going back into just chatting. And checking out a weird little guy. Just a weird little guy. He's got a weird little family. And this is another guy that's trying to tell us how much you need to plant in order to feed a family. Do you remember like that one guy that we watched and it was just his dad's farm? And it didn't make any sense. So, you know. Hey, Papa Goose Live. Yeah, long time no see. Indeed. How are you? I think you're a fun too. Thank you, Watagan. Thank you. Right. Weird little guy tells us about plants. You know what? I'm going to use that as the stream title as well. I don't know if there's a content warning for this. Chat, you know, always going in a little, you know, a little blind to these videos. Don't really know exactly if there's anything we should be aware of. But, you know, let's check it out and see what fucking happens. All right.
Welcome back to our homestead. Have you ever wondered how big of a garden you would need to feed your entire family full time? Well, today we're going to talk about 7 factors that will greatly impact the size of garden that you will need to plant. Let's go. If you're new to
Country Living Experience, partner.
Channel, welcome. We want you to be
Wow, you timed that really, really well, Raul, by the way. Was that about right? Like it was about an hour? You know? I'm based and very fun, that's right. Yeah. Probably means year round, right? Okay, yeah, sure. Through the full year, possibly.
So head below, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. All right, let's get back to the gardening. So there are a lot of sources out there.
It's already got like comedy editing. Like, you know, what was the need for him to be like here to do this shot, and then the need for him to be like
notification bell. All right, let's get back to the gardening.
over here. I guess that's just like a, you know, a thing that guys do like this. Also, like, look at his scuffed up cap. It's fine to have a scuffed up cap, but, you know, I don't know. This guy kind of strikes me as like a bit of a conservative or a lib or something. Kind of looks like Florida, could be Georgia. I think this is South US, yeah. I think this is South US. I assume cutting out rambling. No, it won't be that. It'll be that he's like, what's the word? That's his generic intro he uses for every video, you know?
There are a lot of sources out there that give you information about how big your garden should be. And I'm here to tell you that I think they are all incorrect. Some are okay, and some are way off, especially if you want to feed.
The very trimmed and maintained beard is a bit out of place here. What are you trying to say?
A lot of these sources say 100 square feet per person in your household is enough to feed you. And I'm here to say that that's flat out wrong. That is absolutely not enough to feed your family year-round. Now, in the past, I punched in my numbers into some gardening size calculators, and some of them have been pretty decent. They have suggested...
I don't know, dude. Maybe you're just, like, doing it wrong. Have you considered that maybe you're doing it, like, a bit more wrong? I don't know. Maybe you're not doing it as efficiently as you could be. I don't know.
There are 2 to 3 times that initial 400 square foot that I was talking about.
That's right, Raul.
For 100 square foot per person. So some of them have suggested 800 to 1,200 square feet. And I'm here to tell you that that is not close to being enough. One of the questions that you initially have to ask yourself when you're starting your garden and planning out your garden is, how much food do I want to produce for my family?
He's got the hero angle. He's got the hero angle, but he's too close to the camera to make it work. Like, and he's talking directly at the camera, so it actually feels very threatening, you know?
Is that a snacking garden or like a kitchen garden where you supplement your grocery shopping with what you grow in your garden, or you want to be fully self-sustaining? That is the question you need to ask yourself first. So I'm here to tell you that you are going to need to double or triple the size of your garden from what you actually...
It's the question we came to learn about. It is clickbait. Yeah, it is. His brim is shadowing his face like a villain. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. Yeah. I already have many issues following this tutorial. 1, have no land. 2, only small balcony. 3, I don't know how much a square foot is. Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, same. I always thought converting a car park and putting in the special lights could build an inner city small veg farm. Yeah, definitely. No, Chatters, you're wrong. Does this man and his family only eat vegetables? Possibly. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as a vegan. Oh, Thoristar redeemed the Ushanka.
Reasons why you need
absolute bastard.
Right behind me is actually reason number 1 and 2. Those reasons are disease and pests. Now, you can see this poor cucumber here that we actually purchased from the store because all of our other cucumbers that we direct seeded around it died, and as you can see, this one is also dying. This is what's called bacterial wilt, and it is actually pest-borne. It is caused by...
No, I agree, Augie. He doesn't give off vegan vibes.
What they do is they bite the plant, and the bacteria transfers from their jaws, their mandibles, onto the plant, and the plant does not survive. So that's a huge factor that needs to be taken into account. Why? Because I have been...
I agree, Goat-Eyed. It looks very inefficient.
For 3 years straight.
You want to rebuild the thirst for the hydrates. God damn it.
Give them away to other people. This year...
She's being so mean to me.
None. Now, I did direct seed them
can't believe it.
else, and I am very fortunate to live in a zone that has a long growing season, especially for cucumbers. So I may have cucumbers this season. But If you're planning on cucumbers to feed your family,
Thoristar Evil Arc.
that is reduced down to 0 because of either pests or disease, then that's something you need to factor in. Factor number 3 is...
This man is an utter pillock. Nobody likes this man. Nobody likes him. He's just like very unlikable. You know, at the moment, all he's doing is just like saying things that make it really hard. He's growing monoculture, right? Exactly, yeah. And cucumbers are mostly water. I mean, cucumbers are good. Like, you could grow cucumbers and that's fine. You know, I like cucumbers a lot. But yeah, no, there are definitely more, not just sustainable, but, you know, easier crops to grow, right, than cucumber.
Now, we've been amending this soil for several years, and it keeps getting healthier, but it is not at its optimal health as of yet. When we put down the original compost, we had much more production than we do.
It doesn't make any sense what he's saying.
The amendments that we've added hasn't brought it back up to that stage yet. But over time,
his presentation style is making me so bored as well, chat. Like,
you produce more.
He's also not that weird.
Factor number 4 is weather.
He's actually painfully boring. Like, this video is titled, How Much to Plant for a Family of 4 to be Self-Sufficient? And he's just talking about like 7 factors that will impact garden size. I don't care, dude. He's not pissing and shitting on his crops. That's the problem. He doesn't have a compost toilet. He doesn't understand. He's not shit and piss pilled.
Weather really affects the production of your fruits and vegetables.
He is. He's stressing everybody out.
Okra. And this okra should be about 2 feet tall right now. It was planted April 1st. As you can see.
In a sec, you're going to see that he's shoeless. Nah. I think this guy hates hippies. I think this guy hates hippies so much that he doesn't let his hair grow beyond like an inch. You know?
2 inches tall. Now, that could have something to do with
He's been taught
health,
one system. Yeah, he's been taught like the white guy's way to farm. God, this really sucks. Like, we're just going to have to skip to like the next video, to be honest, gang. Which is... speaking of people with no shoes.
When many of us think...
Speaking of people with no shoes, it's our boy, Rob Greenfield. We love him. We love him. He's so weird. God damn it. Welcome to the farm. See, healing Earth and humanity through herbal medicine. He's outside of CVS. Very funny. This is going to be good. This is going to be fun. Content warning, feet. Oh, yeah. We actually had to have that last time. Yeah, defo. Content warning. This guy just has his feet out. You know? I know there's dog shit there. I'm the barefoot guy. I'm standing in it, you know? He's going to tell us that going to the pharmacy is bad. He's going to tell us that you can grow everything that you need in the CVS pharmacy. You could just grow that in your garden. Insulin, you could just grow that in your garden. In fact, his solution for insulin is like, just don't get diabetes, lol. I could see it coming a mile off. So probably going to be some ableism in here, actually. So let's just have that. Ableism and bad health takes. You know, that might stress some people out a bit. While some people can have a laugh at it, some people are going to find it a little difficult to watch. So there you go. Let's check it out.
Pharmacy, this is what we think of. But the truth is the medicine here can actually make the earth, our plant and animal relatives, and us a lot sicker in the long run.
I get what he's saying, right? I get what he's saying. The chemical production of some pharmaceuticals is bad. You know, the way that toxic waste is handled. You know, animal testing on certain medicines and shit. Okay, I understand. That's a fair enough take. but just kind of really reducing it like that, not good, not helpful to anyone. You know, someone might watch this video and just like die because they're like, I don't need my medicine from CVS anymore, and I'm just gonna try and grow turmeric in my garden. Guaranteed, turmeric and ginger are gonna be in this video, 1000%. Medicine makes you sicker. Medicine makes you sicker. This man has a healthy soul because he just walks on soil and deposits so much dog shit that it revitalizes the soil. That's what it is. That's what it is, yeah.
Today, I'm going to take you to a pharmacy that has a whole different take on health and wellness.
Yep.
Welcome to Walden Pharmacy, where they have a whole different take on health.
Oh no, these people are killing people. Oh no, it's like a company. It's like a fucking, oh my god.
Health and wellness. And it's located in a surprising place, just outside of Birmingham, Alabama. Here,
Birmingham?
Here, they believe that healing ourselves comes as we heal the earth. Thanks for having me at the pharmacy.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, Rob. That's really what belief we were founded on, is that you can't heal the people.
It unsettles me when the interviewees stare at the speaker intently like a dog waiting for a treat. Right. If you were going to do this with a bit of higher production value, what you would have done was you would have just had the camera on Rob for the first shot when he's introducing the place, just like he did at CVS, and then have some like B-roll of the place, right? Do you know what I mean? Just like, you know, nice sweeping shot of like the farm and, you know, maybe some of the products that they sell, etc., 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 right? And you know, obviously didn't do that. And the people who are working here, the people whose farm it is, simply do not know how to act on camera. Damn, Muel, that sounds way better. You should do some sort of online video thing. Thanks, Ralwa. I should try and, yeah. Can't wait to say $600 jars of Manuka honey and pink Himalayan salt. Right, this is just a more crusty version of, what do you call it in the States? Whole Foods, right? You know?
If you're neglecting the land, that we really exist as one organism. So we grow food for our family on our farm, as well as medicine.
Drone shot, you cowards. That's right.
That is regenerating the land that we're farming on.
All right, let's meet the plants. Come on.
If they're doing sustainable farming, that's fine. But if they are, you know, if they're killing people with bad medical advice, that's not fine.
So we have elder.
Video essays are hard. Gang. Are you telling me that you think that this is a video essay? Are you telling me that this guy has gone away and done research and written a script and all that stuff? You think he's done that in this 10-minute video where he says, eat elderberry and you don't get diabetes? Right, exactly. Exactly. This isn't a fucking video essay.
Elderberry here, which is not quite ripe yet, and I feel like we just have to start with elderberry because elderberry syrup is some of my favorite medicine.
Yeah, we grow in wildcraft.
I'm saying don't pressure Strimmer to make video essays. No one's pressuring me. If I feel like that, I'll say that. Gang. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know? Listen, if I don't like something that someone in chat is saying, I will say it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Herbs here on the property, including
rub corn into your prostate to keep the cancer away.
Pleurisy root, passion flower, turmeric.
Wait, hang on. Turmeric and ginger. I told you.
To start with elderberry, because elderberry syrup is some of my favorite medicine.
Yeah, we grow and wildcraft at least 50 medicinal herbs here on the property.
No, you're supposed to tell us what elderberries do. You're supposed to tell us what elderberry... Yeah, turmeric, ding. Yeah. For those of you with the crusty bingus cards, tick off turmeric and ginger. We should do crusty bingus. We should. Oh my god. We should make a crusty bingus card. That's fucking funny. Oh god.
Including goldenrod, elecampane, pleurisy root, passion flower.
You're supposed to be telling us what elderberry is good for. That's the whole thing. That's what you should be doing here when the presenter is holding the elderberry and saying, this is some of my favorite medicine. You don't just like reel off all the medicine that you do on the farm. You're supposed to tell us what elderberry does.
Turmeric, ginger, nettle, violet, salt.
I don't know how nettle is a medicine. I know that you can like eat it. You know? You already had barefoot guy on your bingo card.
Lemon seal, hibiscus.
Listen, yeah. That's an important thing to remember. An important thing to remember is that you can probably eat most of this stuff and it's all fine. Do your research and make sure that you don't just like take the advice of a streamer on Twitch. But like, you know, they're gonna start saying things like, oh, this can prevent like herpes or some daft shit, right? Do you know what I mean?
Elderberry, poke, wild lettuce, skullcap, blue vervain.
Did she say elderberry twice?
Echinacea, plantain, peach, lemon balm, and reishi.
Wow, nature's pharmacy is truly alive here. So, back to the elderberry.
He's trying to be nice. And like, she's just high as fuck. Like, she just like, she's eating so much weed. She's eating so much weed on a daily basis because, like, you know, like Crusties like this, chat. Like, they think that like eating weed will prevent cancer and shit like that, so they're definitely high as fuck. It feels like a spoof. It actually does feel like a parody, yeah.
This is something that I love, and that is elderberry syrup. So, I'm gonna have a try of this medicine. Ooh.
Are you sick? Are you sick, dude? Why are you eating the medicine if you don't need it? Hang on a minute.
Oh, that's good. So tell us a little bit about the medicine behind elderberry.
Yeah, it's definitely one, as you can see, with good.
I want to see that ooh again. I want to see that ooh again.
Ooh, that's good.
You shouldn't be having medicine if you're not sick. Elderberry is a preventative. Yeah, probably like all of these plants here, you know? It's gonna just be like, if you have this, you will like, it's less likely that you will get X disease, right? Do you know what I mean? There's an alert potential there. Yeah, that's right. Let's make a marker on the stream. Hold up, where's my, is that for markers? How do I get markers on Twitch? Add a stream marker. Add a stream marker. Alert potential. There you go. Okay. Oh no, I can't do that because I don't store VODs here anymore. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So tell us a little bit about the medicine behind elderberry.
God, that was hot.
It's definitely one, as you can see, with good patient compliance because it tastes pretty great. Even our kids love it.
Patient compliance!
So that's why it's our go-to immune booster when they head back to school. It really helps prepare the body to deal with...
Right, it literally just boosts the immune system, right? Yeah, it's high in vitamin C and some antioxidants. You could just eat an orange, right? They're confusing good for you and medicine. Yeah, it's just so harmful, this shit, honestly. Like, this is how I'm absolutely certain that he's an anti-vaxxer. Because these are the kinds of, like, lefties in, you know how, like, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Lyra. I think Lyra was going through, Lyra and Friends, by the way, not Lithic Lyra, but Lyra and Friends, I think they were going through Rob's blog. And they were saying that like everything that he was saying was super based, but nothing about the COVID vaccine. And like whenever he's been questioned about the COVID vaccine, he's said like, I don't want to talk about it. Like that's most of the lefties in the UK. Most of the lefties in the UK are kind of like this level of crust. Like they won't take the vaccine. They think that you just eat like plants and stuff, and it's all that shit. Do you know what I mean? It's just so bad. I've got so many friends who are just kind of like that, you know? It's really bad. As an autistic, got no time for this quackery. It always leads to ableism. Exactly. It always leads to eugenicism. You know, it's real bad.
Lose and can lessen the duration of them.
And it sounds like the ducks are just about as excited as I am about it.
Right, it's exactly saying, yeah, it's exactly like having the raw meat diet thing. This is just like Jordan Peterson's raw meat and raw egg shit, but on the other end of the you know, of the vegan spectrum, I guess.
So let's move on to the next medicine.
What's in that tub?
What plant friend do we have?
I want to know what's in that tub. What they got going on in that tub?
This is salmon seal, and it's definitely my go-to for any
Salmon seal?
tendon,
Solomon
or
seal?
joint complaints. You can use it internally as well as topically. So we have it here topically.
That's true for like lots of things. You can just like rub it on your face if you want. Like, yeah, you can do that with like lemon. It'll probably sting a bit if you got some cuts. Have you seen that super buff guy who eats nothing but raw meat and cries when he tries to work out? What the fuck?
As one of an
Wait, what? What are you on about? Raw meat guy can't work out. Show me that video. Roll what? Can you get me that video? Let me know when you find the link and I'll give you a permit because I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. Listen, chat, in the meantime, I'm just gonna hit the bathroom real quick. Back at a tick, back at a tick. Leave you with some tunes. Hydrate, take your meds, all that stuff. All right. Oh god. Hey, Green and Grey Solar Punk, what's going on? Yeah, weird diet people need lessons on nutrition. Yeah, definitely. My sister convinced me to try a turmeric and Greek yogurt face mask. Just ended up dyeing my face yellow. Well, that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks a lot. Has someone done that already? The external diet where you just sit in food rather than eat it? Probably. Fucking probably. This is me figuring out the crafting materials in Elden Ring. Yeah. Oh, God. I found the video. It's another streamer reacting, though. That's fine. That's fine. The guy is the Liver King. Oh, hold up. Well, I could just fucking type in the Liver King. The Liver King workout. Videos. Let's have a look. Oh, wait. I think I've seen this guy.
What's up, Greg? I hope you're having...
Oh, he's not a streamer. He's literally just like a YouTuber. Okay. This is kind of more... Oh my god, this is 21 minutes long. Where's the bit? This looks like it's replayed a lot, this bit. This bit looks like it's replayed a lot. Let's check this out. Let's check this bit out.
If I'm being honest, like this guy does not look like he should have a LinkedIn account. Like just the thought of this guy like applying for a job seems like way too beta for this guy. Like this guy just would, if he needed a job, he would just like walk in and start working somewhere. But anyway, he's got a LinkedIn and it's all about how he owns a supplement company. He is one of the owners of Ancestral Supplements. I will preface this, I am not a health expert. I do not know how to be healthy.
He's on TikTok?
Eat vegetables. Okay, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and maybe I'm a colossal dumbass. It's very possible. But like, weren't our ancestors like super unhealthy? Does the bubonic plague not ring a bell? The image I get of the past is just that like everyone was sick all the time. So naming it Ancestral Supplements is not super appealing to me personally. I mean, I guess I get what he's going for. It's like we want to go back to like before things were so heavily
Okay, this I think this might be a bit better of a video. Introducing Cringe King. Okay, let's go.
Our primal ancestors had access to both steroids and guns. I guess I must have slept through history class that day.
Oh my god, is this like a based workout guy?
What's up guys, Alec on Kira here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Liver King, or I think a more appropriate name here is probably...
I take ancestral supplements for my scurvy diet.
Cringe King, because this is some of the cringiest shit that I've ever seen in my life. And one of Cringe King's recent Instagram posts was making the rounds this past week, and it really kind of struck me, right? It struck me. He was at...
This guy is like a nerd jock. He's like a nerd jock. You're friendly with Alec? Wait, you know this guy?
The Metropolitan Museum of Art, aka the Met, presumably in New York City. And apparently his kids...
He's not super based, but okay enough.
Right? They actually wanted to go to the museum. And I honestly thought that that was pretty cool because I know that when I was 12 or 13 or 14 years old, the absolute last thing that I wanted to do was go and visit a board.
He's like not really teaching these folks how to like... you know, lift properly. A jerd, a knock, yeah.
Art museum. But these kids wanted to take part.
Like he's like me, like I'm a nerd, but I'm a jock. Like I love working out, but I'm also like an absolute nerd. The kids are called the Liver Boys. The Liver Boys. The Liver Kids. Okay, so he does like a lot of hit training and stuff. I just want to see the bit where he cries. That's all I want to see. I just want to, you know, I just want to see the bit where he cries. Where is this? Maybe we can watch one of this guy's videos. Fitness extremism is a toxic narrative. I have to watch more of these videos. I have to watch more of these videos. We are going to watch some of this guy's videos next week, gang. 100%. The great irony of the Liver King. I love that. I love that. It's just move a lot and be tired workout. Yeah. Which is actually like, you have to be real careful when you get a personal trainer, because a lot of the time what they will do is actually not tell you how to get ripped exactly. They will kind of make you do HIIT or CrossFit, and that does fuck with your gains if you do it too much. And so you have to keep paying them and go on like the advanced class. Do you know what I mean? Oh, if you actually want to get ripped, you got to join the advanced class and shit like that. Because it's all a business, you know what I mean? And it's exploitative just like, you know, every other kind of business. So you got to be careful with that shit.
Because of social media.
Come on, let's have a look. Where's he crying? Where's he trying to work out and shit like that? If you lift that shit, if you lift shit that way, all you're gonna do is fuck up your back. Yeah, right. Here's the thing. You know, okay, so I actually have weights here. So I can show you this, right? I can show you this, yeah? So like, you will see people at the gym doing things like this. And I'm gonna really try hard here to not like injure myself, but you'll see them going like this. And the reason that they're like the reason that they're like moving like that is because they're lifting too much weight, because they think that you have to lift the heaviest stuff in order to get ripped, and that's just not true, right? It's just not true. Like, in order to, like, it actually, like, I can do that because that weight is not, like, too heavy for me and shit like that, so don't try and do that yourself, right? Yeah, the momentum lift, yeah, you can really injure yourself by doing that. You know, you're much better off if you use, like, a smaller weight and just do very, like, concentrated reps, like, basically like this. Like, you wanna be, like, very slow, and especially with, like different muscles have different things, like, different ways of lifting that will make them sort of, like, get those gains a bit better. So, like, with your bicep, for example, because that's a pull muscle, because you're always pulling with it, you just want to get, like, a squeeze. You just want to get, like, a good squeeze. So you'll watch. You see how it, like, pops there? Because I'm just squeezing. Like, that's all it is. You just want to squeeze. You know. Like, that's all it is. But you just want to do reps like that are, like, very, very slow. I'm already fucked because I already did arms today at the gym. Yeah, you weren't lying about being a nerd jock. Yeah, I'm a total fucking nerd jock. And that's what it is. Like, you just want to basically get to a point where, like, I saw a guy in the gym on Wednesday. Yesterday. No, not yesterday. I didn't go yesterday. Tuesday. And he was doing squats, right? And the squats were pretty heavy. Like, the weight that he had on, he must have been trying to squat, like, I don't know, 100 kilo or something, like, maybe, like, close to 100 kilo. And, you know, he could lift it, and that was fine, but he didn't have, like, stoppers on the side, right? And I was watching him, like, fucking hell, I'm gonna have to, like, jump in a minute when he, like, goes like this, and the fucking weight falls off, and then he goes fuck like that, and then injures someone across the fucking room. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I said to him, I was like, dude, like, put the fucking stoppers on. And he was like, oh, I don't have someone to spot me. And I was like, well, don't overload it, dude. You don't need to overload. You don't need to go to failure in order to get ripped. Like, why are you doing that, dude? Who signed off on that nerd doing that? Just some idiot that told him he needs to lift more in order to get ripped. You know? It's stupid. It's so stupid. You know what I've had to do, chat, with my shoulders? Because my shoulders are, like, the weakest part of my body. Like, even if you look at my arms, yeah? You'll see that my shoulders, like, especially the front delt here, it barely exists. Like, you can't, there's no definition to it at all. Like, the side delt has, like, more definition. So, like, what I've had to do with shoulders is really go back to basics. And when I do front raises like that, like front delt raises, I use each arm a 2 kilo dumbbell. A 2 kilo dumbbell on each arm, like the babyest weight. Because that's all you need to sort of, like, get your fucking muscles working, if, you know, they're too small, kind of thing. Like, it doesn't make any sense people like going in straight away and lifting, like, really heavy weights, you know? Yeah, 2 5-pound weights, just do more reps. Just do a lot more reps. Like, if you increase the rep volume, then that's going to work really well. Sorry, not the rep volume, the rep amount. That's going to work very well if you're lifting smaller weights. But then also, like, you will eventually get used to those weights, and your muscles will get built if your diet is right and you're consuming enough protein and carbs, you know, and you're having a lot of vitamins as well, and water and hydrating and stuff. And then eventually you'll be able to lift heavier. You'll be able to lift heavier, but not too much heavier, you know, just go up gradually, like start with 2 and then go up to 4, etc, etc. But then people won't think you're swole, right? Exactly. And the reason why people sort of see that as well, and think that lifting heavy is the way to go is because that's how people on steroids do it. You'll find people take things like testosterone at the gym, like, you know, not trans people, just like cis guys taking testosterone at the gym because it like gives it like a fucking, you know what I mean? It does give you like a boost in energy and shit, especially if you're doing squats. And also they'll be doing steroids. And when you're on steroids, it just gives you this like insane amount of energy. And so you're literally just like able to lift a lot more. But people on steroids just, you know, end up getting like distension of the stomach. Like, you know, there's lots of different things that go wrong with people taking steroids, and they injure themselves as well. It's so bad. So, yeah, you're kind of seeing why I want to watch more of this guy's content, because I love talking about this shit. Like, I know a lot of this shit because I've had a lot of bad fitness advice. Wait, why did the chat reset? That's so weird. Why did the chat reset just then? What's going on? Why is it... Wait, what? That's so odd. Anyway, I have no idea why, like, the thing... Oh, it's because it's, like, not on the screen. Right, okay. If I switch to this scene, it's fine. It stays. But if I switch to this scene and come back... Oh, okay. I don't fucking... Whatever. Fucking whatever. Cis guys taking tea at the gym as performance enhancements is a reason trans mass people in France have more difficulty to get prescribed. I don't doubt that that is the same as in the UK too. Also, hi Dr. Faj, what's going on? Steroids make your organs grow continuously. That's why you have the stomach shape. Oh, what the fuck? Is that what it is? Yeah, there's toxic masculinity in there as well. Like, you need to be the biggest lifter, the strongest boy. It's so silly because the best advice that I ever had about lifting weights, or anything in particular actually, is that the only person you need to be in competition with is yourself. And even then, don't get that competitive about it, right? It's just ridiculous.
Liver every single day, which is potentially consumption, even around stereotype. Now, what so junk foods in general, literal, I would the UL.
I just want to see where he cries. Where is it? Where did you say it was? It was like, it was 12 minutes into your original video, Ralwat? I don't even think it's going to be in this video. Oh, wait, is this it? No, that's him working out. No, that's him working out. Right, listen, let's fucking... Hold up. Let's find your video again. 12 minutes in.
Grain of salt, and maybe I'm a colossal dumbass. It's very possible. But, like, didn't...
Most replayed. Most replayed. Here we go. All right.
I get one candy. I just want one candy, please.
Oh, is this it here?
I've seen a lot of people say this guy's on steroids. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how possible it is to get a physique like this purely naturally. But what I do know is that regardless, Liver King...
No, that is steroids, by the way. That is steroids. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that.
Barbarian mode. I've seen a lot of people say this guy's on steroids. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how possible it is to get a physique.
Right. Those veins, you cannot make that happen naturally. You cannot make that happen naturally. It's impossible. It's impossible. His veins look like that because steroids, as Dr. Faj says, makes like every single part of your body just like grow exponentially. Yeah, he is made of steroids. There's no way this guy's just eating liver and surviving. Yeah, he's ready to burst. He's ready to fucking burst. And the thing is as well, chat, right? As someone who's done MMA, mixed martial arts, I've done a bunch of different martial arts, having a body like that does not make you a good fighter. Like, if that's what you're doing, if it's like a toxic masculinity thing and you want to be like the strongest boy, you want to be like the strongest fighter and shit like that, like best at fighting, size is not the way to go. Size is literally not the way to go. You know what I mean? Unless you get like really, really big, and not just like muscle wise, I'm talking like fat wise as well, and just like fall on people, because that's an effective way to incapacitate a person, right? And I'm not like being fatphobic, like I've seen that happen in like pride matches, you know, like a huge like 300-pound sumo wrestler, like, you know, falling on like a small guy, just literally falling on him, you know what I mean? And that's it, like, you know, game over. But like, you want to be like compact, like if you want to be a fighter, you want to like be able to, you want to have like good agility. Like this guy's arms, think about like a human body. Like this guy probably weighs about, I want to say this guy weighs like 150 kilo. You know, that's just like a guesstimate, right? Probably maybe weighs a little less, maybe 130, 140. But like in his entire, like probably his core, his torso probably weighs about like 90 kilos, and like the rest of his body, like, you know, his whole fucking arm weighs 20 kilos. Do you know what I mean? His whole one of his arm weighs 20 kilos. If you've ever lifted 20 kilos, chat, it's not easy to lift. It's not easy to fucking lift. If you do this, like, you know, you don't want this to be heavy. You want it to be small so you can get in like that, like rapid. You know what I mean? Yeah, 130-ish, 100 and, you know. Hey, Cryoghoul, what's going on? Yeah, he doesn't do steroids. He pumps animals full of steroids and devours them, right? Yeah, that too. God damn, it's so bad. How many pounds is 20 kilos? Don't know. Google is your friend again. Again, Echo Baz. Google is your friend.
Physique like this purely naturally. But what I do know is that regardless, Liver King puts in work to get the muscle he has. Let's take a look at one of his workouts. He looks so sad. Maybe it's just the weight of everything that's kind of making him hunch over like that, but he just looks so dejected.
It is.
Is this part of the workout? He just breaks down crying. Alright guys, now I'm on the ground. And
Yeah, that's not kind of what I thought it was, but like I highly doubted to begin with in general that this guy was gonna have footage of him crying on the internet, because he seems like he's one of those toxically masculine people. And yeah, you know, overworking yourself and overloading yourself at the gym is just a really bad idea in general. It's 44 pounds. There you go. Right. Okay. Wasn't as dramatic as I remember. No, that's fine, Ralwat. It's whatever. But like, you know, yeah, like the fact of the matter is that even with all those steroids, even with all that liver and raw eggs and shit like that, you know, he can't do the things that he thinks he can do. And that's fine. It's normal, right? It's normal. Yeah, the narrative of pain equals better. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. If it's hurting at the gym, that's bad. It shouldn't be hurting. It should feel hard, and it should feel like it's stressing your muscles, and your muscles should be feeling like a bit strained towards the end of the reps, right? If you're doing a set of 12 reps, when you get into like rep 10, you want to be like going, oh, this is hard. You know what I mean? Like, because in order to get ripped, you do need to like tear your muscles, like, you know, micro tears in your muscles. You don't want to like tear it properly. And also, a lot of lifters forget, well, a lot of amateur lifters, like novice lifters, don't get told this as well. The way that you hold and lift is also really important. So, all right, let's get back into the gym again, chat. Let's get back into the gym again, right? So, when you pick up a weight, yeah? When you pick up a weight, you can't really see it here because I got this on it, but you wanna lift it with a flat palm, right? So you wanna lift it like with your arm. What some people make the mistake of is curling up like this. Can you see how that's happening? Like with your wrist? And what that does is that activates, I think you can probably see it. activates a big tendon in your fucking arm. Like, there you go. There you go. See there? That fucking thing. That fucking thing. That goes... Oh, I can't even... Just after doing that, it's hard to put that finger up. That finger there is the beginning of that tendon, and it goes all the way up your arm to, like, your fucking shoulder. And if you are lifting with a bent wrist like that, oh, fucking Matt, you are gonna hurt yourself. You are gonna hurt yourself. It sucks, chat. You need to really know what you're fucking doing when you're in the gym. Anyway, that's a little bit of Muel's mistakes, Muel's teaching, whatever. Let's crack on with this guy.
Ingredients in our muscle and joint salve. A salve is an oil extract of the herb.
Did anyone remember that we were watching this guy? Did anyone remember at all?
Herb that we
also, hi, Lithic Lyra, how you doing?
And melted it down and let it.
As an MMA person who had to cut heavyweight, it's hard work doing rounds. Yes, that shit is fucking hard, so hard. Oh, he's gonna be fucking his bones up. Yeah, he will, Cynthia. Yeah, absolutely. At some point, he'll get severe compartment syndrome. What's compartment syndrome? You'll fuck your muscles up. Can't stress this enough. Had so many guys come into the ER with compartment syndrome because they grew their muscles too fast. What is that? That sounds so bad.
Into a container so you can carry it around with you easily. Violet here is one of my personal favorites, and it's one of the ingredients in our sore throat spray.
That's right, Ludo.
Lymphatic, safe enough for children, and it can really help increase the drainage when you have stuffy ears or...
Wait, what? Lymphatic? Wait, what? What's this?
Violet here is one of my personal favorites, and it's one of the ingredients in our sore throat spray. It's a gentle lymphatic, safe enough for children.
A gentle lymphatic, safe enough for children. So there are no lymphatics that are safe enough for children anyway? Sounds like something that will kill Akira. Voids in the muscle. Muscle death. Oh, okay. It's a throat thing that drains your ears somehow. Yeah, well, to be fair, ears, nose, and throat are like the same system. Like ear, I think it's ears, eyes, nose, and throat. They're all like connected. Maybe not the eyes. So yeah, but at the same time, oh god, I don't know.
And it can really help increase the drainage when you have stuffy ears or congestion.
Stuffy ears?
So it's in there along with echinacea, which is growing right beside it.
So I've been here for the last couple
days,
and I arrived with a bit of a sore throat, and I have been working with the sore throat spray.
Dude, you're gonna be so high.
I have to say, it has really worked wonders. So thank you for sharing your medicine with me.
Happily.
Because bear spray causes lymph damage? Right, okay, yeah.
We're here with our...
There's a kind of skin, fasciae, around every muscle. It's very stiff, and if your muscle grows too fast, it gets necrotic really fast. If you don't get to the ER immediately, you could cut open the fascia. Oh, you have to cut open the fasciae to remove the pressure? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It's unnatural to clean your ears? Shit, I do that every day. Dude, I'm doing that shit every day.
Our turmeric in our greenhouse, and it is one of the medicines that I think is...
Okay, turmeric nonsense. Which is why sneezing can make you tear up. Listen. Listen. Sneezing can make you tear up, right? But have you ever sneezed with your eyes shut and then opened them and seen like all that shit going like brrr around your fucking eyes? You ever seen that shit? That's something that I've been noticing over like the last year. I'm like, what is going on? When I'm like sneezing, there's like all these like bacteria in my eyes that are just going like pew, like fucking flying around and shit. What is that? Catch me scratching the opening of my ears every day like a dog. Yeah, literally.
Gained a lot of mainstream attention just because of its ability to reduce inflammation, which is
that what it is? Cellulose?
So many disease. So we use it for that in our joint relief bitters. We also use it for stimulating digestion. It's great liver and gallbladder support as well.
Dried up eye lube.
This is the joint relief bitters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a dropper of that.
This dude, you are going to be so high. He's like taking cough syrup. He's taking all that shit. Like, look, he just like had like a full pipette of this turmeric oil, and that shit is not going to be tasting good. Like, look at him. Look at him. He is not enjoying that. Like, I remember once when I was like very, very, very poor, like more poor than I am now, right? Just after I'd finished uni, yeah. Or it might have been just before I started uni, right? And I wanted to make a meal, and all I had in was like peas, rice, and turmeric, right? So what I did was I just like put a bunch of turmeric in with these peas and fried them, and then had it with the rice. And chat, when I tell you, chat, it was like eating a flower. Like, you know, the smell of a flower, like a pungent, like, flower. It was just, like, because I still use turmeric in my cooking. I eat turmeric every day. Like, just like a sprinkle, though, like a little pinch. But I put too much of it in. And it was honestly, like, the worst thing. It tasted so bad. It tasted like eating a flower. It was just, like, so gross. No, it's not very nice. It tasted like shit.
Bitter.
No, it's bad. No, it was bad. No, not flour, the thing that you crush up into with wheat. No, like a flour. Like it tastes like eating a flour. Listen, smell a flower and then tell me you want to eat it. Smell a flower like a fucking a tulip or something and go, yeah, I'll eat that. You don't want to eat it.
So I just have to say that turmeric is one of the most important medicines to me. During my year of growing and foraging all of my food, this was such an important daily medicine, and it's so great to be here connecting with this plant.
This guy's so crusty. This guy's so crusty. I've not eaten a flower, but I've had a tea that is basically made from a flower. You know, like a flower, and it opens up like that, like, you know what I mean? Kind of thought about taking a bite sometimes, though. I'm not connecting with chat on this issue. It's fine. Whatever. It tasted really bad. It was too pungent. Right, I've had a tea that does that, and the too much turmeric tasted like too much of that. Basically. Rose petals are all right in food. Forget it. Forget it.
You can smell the medicine.
Fucking flower eating chat. What the fuck? Why do we even bother?
Abundant patch of holy basil, and we love this medicine personally because
Basil, not basil. Basil.
it's great at helping you
Fucking
cool off
Yanks.
on a hot summer day, which we're very familiar with here in Alabama. Basils are also known as heart exhilarants, so they increase feelings of joy. And I would say this is the easiest to grow adaptogen. And those are plants that help you cope with feelings of stress and just help your body be a little more resilient.
Well, I can feel the stress just releasing, and I can feel the joy. So here we
Stop. Whoa, what are you drinking?
have the medicine in a tea. So, as you can see, our medicine can be growing freely and abundantly all around us. It can be accessible. In fact, it looks like there's more like 100 different plant medicines here than 50, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, once I'm walking around out here, I'm just amazed at how surrounded I am. Every plant I see almost has a use. And Southern folk medicine, which I'm trained in, they believed that if you had an illness, the remedy was somewhere in your own yard.
Oh, Southern folk medicine. So you mean the stuff that they stole off slaves, you know, African people and indigenous people. Right, yeah. Southern folk medicine. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. The stuff that was stolen from indigenous people and slaves. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very good. Just white people coming up with a reason to use herbs, but they're refusing to use them in food. Right. You know?
If you have an illness, the remedy is somewhere in your own yard, and it can be as simple as a delicious tea. All right.
What's that supposed to cure you of?
We might need you to.
She's from Alabama, Ralwat.
You two chickens, just for a little while. So often in today's culture, there's this clear delineation between food and medicine. We have our food and we have our medicine. But here at Walden Pharmacy, there really is no separate.
He's got his feet out. He's got his feet out. I just realized. He's got his feet out. Chat, he's got his feet out. He's not been wearing shoes the whole time. Hey, Anshafim, yeah, it's for basil deficiency. Oh my fucking god. His feet are out. He's got his feet all in that chicken shit, man. Hey, Kiri, what's going on? This is so stupid. Imagine how many... He's like, you don't need to worry about your feet in a chicken coop. The chickens will peck your feet, but don't worry. Your calluses will prevent that from hurting you. It's fine. But actually, the calluses that stop you from your nerves from picking up too much stuff, you know, you can still feel the energy of the earth, even though I said that that's what shoes were stopping, you know? Fucking hell.
Our food is our medicine, and it's intricately, at the same time, part of healing.
Yeah, the other guy's got full boots.
So tell us about where we are right now.
Yeah, this is our chicken composting system, where we compost our food scraps and our garden weeds, and we turn it into beautiful compost with the help of the chickens. So we turn each pile down the hill each week and create this amazing, beautiful compost.
And of course...
Right, so yeah, like, yeah, you're talking about the chickens have stripped it bare. If chickens are in a large enough, you know, place, then the grass will survive. Yeah. Like, the reason that they're doing this is they're trying to get, like, compost. It's like a permaculture thing. And it is just kind of like, well, you're keeping them in a really tiny place. And I guess, like, if you're going to keep chickens, you got to, like, you know, prevent them from eating all your crops and shit. I don't know how it fucking works. But, like, I get it doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. Is it, though? I don't know. I said a lot of stuff just then. I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, he's absorbing the poopy goodness from the souls into his soul. That's what he's doing. Yeah.
With beautiful compost, also
they're capitalizing it, right?
At the same time. So we're talking about... This rooster's quite excited. So we're talking about creating healthy compost, turning food waste into compost, and at the same time getting a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Divided. Yeah, in like permaculture is not like keep a bunch of hens in a coop, like in a small fucking area. It's basically like a prison, isn't it? It's like let them chill on the entire gaff. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're good at bug control, right? Like, one of the things I heard at, like, Blue Dot were these farmers in Tibet they have, like, rice paddies and shit, and they introduced ducks to the rice paddies, and, like, the ducks are just like, yeah, this rocks, we want to fucking live here. And they, like, eat pests, they eat the weeds, and then they shit in the water, which, like, composts the rice, like, automatically. Like, that is a permaculture, innit? Do you know what I mean? But, like, they're just keeping them in coops.
So we're out of the chicken composting system, we're just below it, and tell us about where we are now, Trevor.
Yeah, so we are in a big bioswale. So a swale is a ditch and a berm on the contour, and it catches water that is sheeting downhill. So we are functionally interconnected.
Yeah, that's right, Divided, yeah.
System here because it is just above the swale, so water is rushing through.
Right, green and gray, yeah.
The system catches in the swale and then fertigates the system past it.
So rather than the water being, you know, distributed and shipped off the property, you're trying to keep as much of that water on the property as possible to water your gardens, to grow
Wait,
food.
say that again. What the fuck are you on about? Say that again. What water here? I was looking at the chat and I forgot to listen.
So we're out of the chicken composting system, we're just below it, and tell us about where we are now, Trevor.
Yeah, so we are in a big bioswale. So a swale is a ditch
a bioswale
contour, and it catches water that is sheeting downhill. So We are functionally interconnected with the chicken composting system here because it is just above the swale. So water is rushing through the composting system, catches in the swale, and then vertigates the system past it.
Oh, he means
So rather
piss.
than the water
It's
being,
piss?
You know, distributed and shipped off the property, you're trying to keep as much of that water on the property as possible to water your gardens, to grow food, and to soak it in.
Yeah, the best place to store water is in your soil, so this is an awesome way to do it.
All right. Today, when a lot of people think of growing food, they think
He said swale so many times.
acres and acres of the exact same
Hey, Katie, yeah. I guess so, yeah.
corn or
Water and
soy or
fertilizer,
wheat.
yeah.
And they see this behind us, and they just see a wall of green, and they don't know what it is. But
I mean, that's kind of good. Like, that sounds like a good idea.
this is
But again, like, you could avoid all that by just, like, letting the chickens roam amongst the entire farm, right?
food. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is a forest garden, which is an indigenous technique adopted by permaculture that mimics a healthy forest.
Okay, at least he admitted it was indigenous. At least he admitted it was indigenous. That is, like, the bare minimum. Do you know what I mean? The bare minimum if you're gonna, like, adopt techniques like this and, you know, use them yourself as, like, a settler, I guess. You know what I mean?
Ecosystem. So we have all the layers of the forest ecosystem here, and we're going to come in with the ducks to create disturbance on the ground level and utilize their
They got
fertility
ducks as well.
their eggs.
So we're talking about dozens of foods and medicines coming out of one area, all growing together, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
The
we
lowest
haven't
bar
talked
was
about the
cleared,
goats
chat.
yet. Tell me a little bit about how the goats play into this entire holistic system.
Yeah, they do some weed management for us. We have some invasive weed trees that we coppice, and they'll be a regenerative forage for the goats. So I used to battle this weed, but now it's like a regenerative food, so I'm happy about it.
And of course you have delicious goat milk and goat cheese.
Yeah, turn
Alright.
poison ivy into goat milk.
Yeah, actually one of the most
It's
interesting things
DuckTales.
he was sharing is that he used to have poison ivy all the time, and once introducing goats and the goats actually eating the poison ivy and then drinking that goat milk that has the poison ivy, or actually sister ivy I like to call it, then you actually seem to have adapted
These guys are involved in some heavy weed management.
to the sister ivy.
Yeah, I can roll around in it. I don't get it at all.
So we're really of the belief that everything on this planet is here for a reason. So every weed or plant or animal has a role to play here on the farm, and as the land steward, we're really just the conductor of the symphony of life.
That goat is loving having a rub on this lady. He's rubbing her up.
Around it.
Why is he rubbing her up
Beautiful
so
way to look
much?
at the world that we live on. So this right here at Weldon Pharmacy is proof that our medicine can be growing freely and abundantly
You've not fucking proved anything, bro. You've literally not proven anything.
around us, and that we can do this together as community. Oh hey, and that we don't need the pharmaceutical industry to take care of ourselves and our community. So if you found this inspiring,
Yeah, the goat is horny. The goat's horny as fuck.
medicine and food as medicine, the links to Weldon.
Oh, that is a cute goat, to be honest.
Pharmacy
Look at
are
that
in the
goat.
description. And of course, if you want to continue learning more, make sure to subscribe to this channel where there'll be many more videos to come.
Itchy ears,
If
yeah.
this is a message that you would like the world to see, like it and comment, share your thoughts.
Oh my god, have they got a YouTube channel? They've got a YouTube channel. They've got a YouTube channel. They don't really have a lot of stuff. Prayer and affirmation? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is just because this is just their personal YouTube channel. This is just like what they use. Like they have like a kids' bedtime playlist and thing. I kind of want to see what they're showing to their kids.
Welcome, my
Corey's conscious living. Children's sleep meditation. Okay, this is abuse. This is abuse. That's abuse. Guided meditation for children. Abuse. It's abuse. Giving thanks. A Native American good morning message. Okay, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty based. Okay, right. Chat. Fucking hell. What a stream. What a stream. Oh! This feels kind of voyeuristic. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit. Okay. It is time. It is time to go raid someone. This has been the last stream of the week, chat. We did not raise the 60 quid that we kind of needed to raise today in order for us to be unlocking the double feature movie night on Monday. We've got 160 quid, 159 quid to raise before the end of Monday's stream. So if anyone has any donos that they want to put in at the end of the stream today, that would be fucking rad. If not, don't fucking worry about it. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'll work something out. But also, check out my socials. I don't just do Twitch. I'm also on Patreon. I'm also on YouTube. I've also got a VOD channel. I will be back on Monday. Not 1,000% about Red Planet this weekend. I don't know if it's going to go ahead because I know that Kira is on a hiatus, and I think that we are trying to figure out who is going to do the stream and how it's going to work and stuff like that. So bear with us. Stay glued to the Red Planet Twitter, and we will tell you what's going to happen as soon as we know what's going down. Yeah, stand in chicken shit and pull yourself up by your toe straps. Yeah, that's what we do. That is what we do. Now listen. You don't have to go anywhere, chat, because I will take you on a cheeky little raid. We are gonna go and raid one of my good friends on twitch.tv. I'll tell you who we're going to go and raid, chat. We're going to go and raid Marina Dove because they are one of the biggest cuties on the channel. On the whatchamacallit. What do you call it? I don't fucking know. I don't know. On the platform, I guess, is what I was trying to say. But thank you so much for supporting me today, chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the follows. I know there's been a few follows tonight. Thank you for the donations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for supporting me. I really, really appreciate that. But I will see you either on Sunday or Monday next week. Or I'll see you on the VOD channel. Stay excellent to each other, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Good night.